Where y'all at? Where y'all people at? Where's everyone at? Where's everybody at? Where everyone at? Okay, I see y'all trickling in. Okay. First, guys, I gotta be honest. I need some music or something first because I got so stressed out. The live has been scheduled. Everything is working fine. Everything is going well. And then it's just like, error. I don't want to go live. Error. I don't want to go live. I'm stressed out. I'm like, dude, you can't do this to me 10 minutes before the live. I need something to turn up. I'm sorry. I need something. I need something to turn up. Just for 2 seconds. Two seconds. Keep it on jump. Keep the bitch jump. I got cool for a 10. The bitch getting loot. Hey, she trying to win. I've been about a house. Hey, I really ain't. It's 40 in the. What was that? Whoa, hold on. Sorry. I apologize. I let the moment take over me. I started doing some moves that I don't really be doing all the time, and I do apologize about that. Anyways, let's get into it, guys. I want to let everyone kind of join in because I had a problem with the previous live, so I got to let everybody kind of join in on this one. So I'm just trying to get word out, make sure everybody knows that we're this side. So we're going to give it a few seconds, but until then, I want you guys to drop a 7 if you can hear me. Drop a 7 if you guys can hear me. I need to make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear. Drop a 7 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 7 real quick. I bet. There we go. All right. We're going to get the vibes going. I see someone asking if we can get the vibes going. We're going to get the vibes going. Best believe. We have a lot to cover today, so I'm right here. We got a lot to cover. Okay, dope. All right, dope. I see everyone can hear me. Listen, before we even continue, man, should I start streaming? Because I think I can get good at this. I think I definitely can get good at this. Maybe start streaming some trades. Maybe stream like twice a week, once a week, do some streaming. We get in there, we discuss the charts, we analyze, we have some fun on there. I think I should start streaming. I think that would be dope. I think that hella be dope. 2026, let's try new things. Why not, right? Let's try new things. All right. So while we're letting everybody in, guys, I want to know what's up. What's up with everyone? How's everyone been? How's the year been? Right? It's ending. It's over. 2025 is over. 2024 is a disaster. 2025 was, depends what field you're in, but it was just, flip-floppy. How's everyone doing? Oh, just realized you're in a different. I'm sorry, guys. The previous live fucked up, and I knew it was gonna do something like this. It always happens right before something amazing. How's everybody doing? All right. Oh man, I see. Okay, we got a couple more people trickling in. I like that. Great as an ending. All right, I'm glad everyone's doing well. So, who was following the challenge? Who was following the $3 million challenge? The one I was doing on YouTube. I started it in June. Who was following that challenge? It was insane, man. It was absolutely mad. I'm great. The year has been absolutely mad. I'm on this live, so it's going to get only better. Of course, it's going to get only better. Of course, it's going to get better. We're right here. Challenge was fire. The challenge was fire. We're going to also discuss a bit of the things of the challenge. I'm going to give you guys like the full breakdown of how everything went, the confusion, the back and forth. I'm going to give you guys a full breakdown on that as well. What we're going to focus on right now is I brought you guys here for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're ending 2025. And I personally have had the greatest trading year of my entire career this year. And it's because I changed up a few things. I kept doing, of course, strategy-wise, nothing changed. I think, my mentality changed a bit this year. I've had the best trading year of my entire 8-year career. I have had the best trading. It's been absolutely insane. So what I decided to do was to come and provide you guys with some value. I wanted to bring some value. I want to let you guys know this is what I learned. This is what I put together. This is what I've been doing. This is what I haven't been doing. But before we get into like all that stuff where I start discussing, the technicalities, the details, I wanted to talk to you, see how y'all are doing first. And then, maybe we're going to move into some chart work first. I'm going to show you guys some of the amazing trades I took. We're not going to go over that too much. I don't want to bore you, but because I got like a crap ton of videos breaking down these trades. But I want to go through a couple of trades that you guys, show you exactly what I've been doing. You guys know me, most transparent trader out there. Don't ever forget that. I show you when I win. I show you when I lose. I show you everything. You're either winning with me or you're losing with me. We share every single day together. But I'll tell you what, 2025 has been amazing, guys. It's been fucking amazing. I'm dehydrated, bro. Fucking hell. I got bottles and bottles of water on me, man. All right. Gold has been rallying like crazy. Gold is rallying right now, as it should be. Let it rally right now. We win all-time high. It's the holidays. We're gonna have a major move next year, right? I'm also gonna break down my whole what I see gold doing within the first quarter of 2026. It's going to be insane, bro. I'm waiting for next year. I'm waiting for next year. I personally dislike the holidays, bro, because I mean, holidays you're spending money when I could be making it. You know what I mean? Ricky G Trader says, "Saludos, Guatemala presente." Now, brother, I don't understand what you said, but I see you waving, so I'm gonna say, "What's up, my nigga?" You know what I mean? What's up? I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you $10,000. You think? No, I don't think gold is gonna hit $10,000. I don't think it's gonna hit $10,000 now. It's gonna hit $10,000 for sure, but I don't think right now, bro. I don't think it's gonna hit $10,000 this coming year. I see $5,000 to $6,000 for sure, 100%. I definitely see that for sure. Oh, shout out to my main man Eric. What's going on, brother? Oh, I see you. See me in Dubai soon. You better, bro. Pull up for real. Sabona, my mentor. Sabona. Of course, I know how to say hi in Zulu, guys. My whole wife is Zulu. Hey, when I was fun, Grootman. What does that mean? What does that mean when I was fun? Hey, listen, don't be sending nothing weird up in this chat, guys. Do not be saying anything weird up in this chat. I'm trying to read different languages. If I'm actually busy cussing out someone's mother and I don't even know, I gotta blame whoever sent it in the chat, please. All right. Okay, good, guys. Oh my God, I'm so happy, man. Everyone's kind of found the chat. I'm so happy. I was so stressed out. This wasn't gonna work. Excuse me. It means you're working hard, man. Yeah, dude, I've been working so hard this year. I've been doing more. This year, I dedicated more so to trading than I did anything else. I did so for trading because one of the things I did in 2024 was I dedicated more time to content creation and trading, of course. But 2025, I dedicated way more time to trading than I did content creation. That's why I was currently, back and forth, not really too consistent, but I did get consistent the last 6 months for the challenge. The challenge forced me to be consistent. But I've been busting my ass. I wanted my first $1 million month off of trading profits alone. I got it this December. I wanted to make $3 million in 6 months. I only did 2.3, but then the next month I did $1 million. So shout out to me. You know what I mean? I don't mean to glaze myself, but shout out to me. All right, I think that's about everyone. I think we can start in 2 minutes. Guys, I want to start up in 2 minutes because I also want to greet a lot of our new members here as well. I see a lot of you are new. I'm going to say shout out to everybody who's here. If you guys are new, I'm going to tell you guys a lot about myself. I'm a day trader. I've been day trading for 8 years now. 8 years, 8 long years, almost a decade trading. And I have to be honest, if you ain't trading in this day and age, I don't know what you're doing. This is the best career path you could choose for yourself. And bullshit aside, I would rather be doing this than anything else. There's no other industry that is this rewarding for busting your ass. There is no other industry that is this rewarding. Trust me. Trading is the right place to be. I've been day trading for 8 years now, and I'm going to continue day trading. I see myself day trading well into my 50s, man. I see no reason not to.
And that's just because it started off as a way to get money for me, and then quite quickly turned into a passion. So that's just a couple of things I'll tell you. Trading is the best thing you can do. Like, it's in my blood now. It's in my blood at this point. Someone asked, so is trading your only stream of income? No, it's not my only stream of income. It's my main stream of income, though. There's nothing I do today that makes me more money than trading. So I think the goal would be to try and get them to match. But the thing with when you trade, I think all of you, if you've been consistent for some time, you realize that when you trade for some time and you grow a little bit and you continue growing, you make more money each time, right? So I've done $1 million this month. By the end of next year, this time, I'm going to have passed doing $1 million in a month. And that's a guarantee because the account's bigger, the money's bigger, right? The knowledge is still the same, it's only getting better. So I don't know if there's anything that's going to pass day trading unless I get like, say, like a brand deal or a sponsorship deal where they like drop like 60 M's on me, then maybe. But for now, trading is my main stream of income, but not my only stream. Do you show us how to get a perfect entry? Team, I want to talk to you quickly. The purpose of this live is to bring you the most value. I'm also going to be showing you the exact structure, the exact system I used to get to this point, right? The exact system I used to crush gold. Now, for some of you who are new to me and don't know me, and some of you, of course, know me, you guys know that every single trade that I have taken this whole year, I have sent, and it has been public in my war room. I have sent every single trade, every single setup, I've sent it out. And I guarantee you I'm the most profitable trader this year. I guarantee you. Too many lives changed. My transparency is through the roof. If I'm losing, I'm losing with you. If I'm winning, I'm winning with you. My win rate is insane. And it is because I follow the same structure, the same system I've been using for years. But more so this year, I refined it and I stuck to it. I never deviated from the plan. So I'm going to show you everything I did, how I got my entries, why I stayed consistent, how I'm able to grow my account. Because at the end of the day, the bigger your account gets doesn't mean you can throw, the principles out the window. It doesn't mean you can just start trading like an idiot. You still have to trade. You still have to be active. You still have to be in it every single day. So I'm going to be showing you guys the exact system, the exact structure that I did step by step. But before we even get to me speaking and showing it to you, what we're going to do is I'm going to go into the charts. We're going to break down some of the trades that I did take. I'm going to show you exactly what I did do. And I'm also going to show you the results of some of you who are on the chat, some of you who are not on the chat. And one of you, I'm sure you guys heard me say Eric. Eric is definitely someone who's doing absolutely amazing as well. I mentored Eric not too long ago, and now he's absolutely crushing it. So he's definitely someone who's killing it right now as well. So definitely he's here. I hope everyone else is here who's been part of the mentorship, who's been part of the group calls. It is absolutely insane. And yes, the live is being recorded. It's going to be on my page. I'm going to keep it on my page. So if you miss it, don't worry, I got you, my boy. All right. Your patience is unmatched, bro. So are you begging for price to hit your TP? First of all, begging I wouldn't use the word begging. I would rather use the word negotiating. I was negotiating, negotiating for gold to hit my TP. Begging is a strong word. There was tears involved, but that's a good negotiation. Awesome, man. So I kind of see everyone kind of trickling in, man. I think we are almost 15 minutes into our live. I want us to get started on some stuff and get into it. Maybe show you guys some setups. Let me just split this screen to tell you guys I was worried. I was so worried, man. The way I was so ready for this live, as I'm about to start it up, there's just errors on YouTube all of a sudden. So soon does YouTube get live errors, bro? I've been live like how many times, man? All right, so I'm just gonna be setting this up. Listen, I want to know you guys' thoughts. I want to know how everyone's doing, man. Drop some questions in there if you want me to answer up while we get this set up. Could you please talk about your story, how you became a trader and how you did start and how much you did start with? We want to know your story, please. I got you. We're going to cover my story as well, man. No bullshit. I'm going to cover everything for you. I think what I wanted to do was to show you a couple of things first, because it's important that, at the end of the day, I can say, okay, here's $1 million that I made. I made $1 million, right? Right? Here's a Richard Mill. Got a Richard Mill, right? Here's my lifestyle. Here's all the money that I have. That's great. That's cool, right? This is the end result. I need to show you how I got to this point. You know what I mean? That's the most important, because it's no value to you seeing me buy a car, but what is value seeing how I bought it and the things I did. Because if you can follow me step by step, you will achieve the same things and more. My goal here is not to have anybody doing just better. You need to do better than me, right? That's the thing. You need to create rivals so you get better. So I'm definitely someone who's highly competitive, and I want to make sure that you guys get better than me so that we can continue helping each other grow. So a couple of things that that helped me change my whole mindset from, if we want to dive back and digress just a little bit, psychology is going to be the most thing. A lot of things that helped me change my psychology when I first started trading was I had a don't give a fuck attitude. You know what I mean? And another thing about me is I don't listen to bullshit online. And I feel like that's a lot of the sad part for a lot of new traders like you guys, some of you who are new, is that you there's so many hate traders, hate things online, so many doesn't work, so much negativity around the trading space that when you're going through a hard time or losing space, you kind of just doubt the whole system when people, billionaires, companies, institutions have been trading for years. So for me, I had a don't give a fuck attitude, and I knew this would work because I've seen it work for other people. And the only thing is, when would it be my time? So all you have to do is just know that your time is coming, but we're going to break that down step by step. All right, man. I'll get to some of your questions. You guys got a lot of questions. I'm loving it, man. I am loving it. All right, dope, guys. Would you say your trading is mechanical or hybrid? Mechanical or hybrid? I think hybrid would be the best word. I pull a little bit. I have my core principles, but you pull a little bit of everything every now and again. All right, let me share my screen with you guys. My screen kind of looks messy. All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can see my full screen. I'm gonna make sure it's not squeezed up. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can see my full screen. All right, dope. Perfect. All right, there we go. All right, so just a couple of things, guys. This is the chart I play on every day. This is not the one I teach with, because this is basically the chart that I use every single day on gold. I sometimes don't like to delete a lot of my history because, at the end of the day, regardless how long you've been doing this, sometimes you need a refresher as to why certain things worked and why certain things didn't. So as you guys can see, this is really me, and this is what it's been for a bit of time. And, even before we get into a couple of the breakdowns, I want to ask you guys a question. Would anyone be considering trades now? At this point in time, would anybody be considering trades right now? Are there obvious targets you would target? Would you actually be trading this? It's actually a question that has a right and wrong answer. Would anybody be trying to break down this chart and wait to trade? There's a right and wrong answer. Just let me know in the comments. Would you be trying to break down this trade? Would you be trying to look for trades here? All right. Okay, I'm seeing your messages come through. The correct answer is no, team. Now, let me explain why the correct answer is no. Let me say why. The reason I would say the correct answer is no, and the reason I personally haven't traded, right? The reason I personally haven't traded is because, number one, you have to take a few things into consideration. It's not always just going to be about the technical analysis. It's not just going to be about all-time highs, support, resistance, gaps in the market. It's not always about that. You need to pay attention to the time that you're trading. You're trading right now in between holidays, right? The biggest holidays of the year. You're trading right now between the biggest holidays of the year. The market's on and off, closed on and off, closed on and off. We're preparing for a new year. And the market could close at any point in time. There's a lot of back and forth. There's no reason for you to trade this. For me, Someone said, no, for me, it's hard to analyze. I can't see a clear trade right now, right? You could argue that, okay, we're at an all-time high, we could just come back and fill the gap that's needed. You won't know exactly when that point will take place because there's just so much going on. So the best thing for you to do is going to be wait for the structure to be a lot more clearer. Best thing about trading is that it's always going to be about patience. You have to be patient. For me, I'm not trading this because the structure is messy. Everything is messy right now. I wouldn't be trading this right now. I'd leave it as it is. Let it play out a little bit, maybe play out on Monday, Tuesday, and then I'll wait for after the New Year's for me to actually start trading again. So if there's nothing clear and the structure is not great, and I'm just kind of going off of hopes and dreams, if nothing meets your prerequisite prerequisites, if you don't get your prerequisites, ooh, god damn. Let me try that again because I'm not no quitter. If you don't have your prerequisites, there we go. If you don't have your prerequisites, then obviously don't take the trade. Never enter a trade on hopes and dreams. Never enter a trade on hopes and dreams. I'm a heavily religious person, right? Not necessarily say religious, but I'm a firm believer in God. If I find myself entering a trade and I start praying, I've done something wrong because clearly I had no plan for it. I had no structure. I had no plan for it. My analysis was off. It was going off of hopes and dreams. The market is the most factual, logical, straightforward thing you could ever look at and ever do. So you need to pay attention to it. You need to follow the patterns, follow what everyone else is doing. You're never going to be that unicorn trader. Never try to be the different person in the market. You can do that in life. You can do that when it's time to be a movie star, right? Be different, be unique. In the market, it's not about being unique. You're part of a system. You are definitely part of a system. So what you want to do is focus and be part of the system. And once you are part of the system, you are making money. And when you put that with greed, structure, and a plan, you then start to be profitable. And that is one of the things I want everyone to focus on going forward. Okay. Okay, let me restore my chat. I can't even see you guys anymore. Let me move some stuff around. So I do have a couple of things to show you. By the way, guys, who's new here? Anybody new here? Who hasn't been part of the SC family? You guys new here? Been here for a couple of weeks, couple of months. You guys new to me? Where y'all at? Listen, don't judge me for drinking Sprite. I need something. This tastes like battery acid when it's cold. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. All right, dope. It's good to see a lot of new faces here as well. It's good to see a lot of new faces. So the system we're about to talk about, especially for the new members, and of course, people who've been here before, it's something that's going to work for beginners. It's also going to work for pro traders. The reason it's going to work for beginners and pro traders is because the structure is the same. The system is the same. The rules are the same. It's about repetition, right? You got to practice and repeat it. It's all going to be the same. If you're a beginner, you can start to learn it. You can work your way up to pro. And if you're a pro, you can redefine a couple of things. Focus, build, fix, and cultivate your strategy to really match what I'm about to show you guys. Because I'll tell you one thing for sure. If you follow an exact system that works, you follow it to the T, there's no reason you will not be profitable. You're only not profitable when you want to go and pull a million ideas to try and make one, because that's something new as well. Okay, let me share this with you. All right, team. I wanted to get into it. I did say I wanted to break down a couple of charts, but we'll do that in the meantime. But we also have a couple of new members here, so I do want to break down a few things for you. So I want everybody to pay attention. Make sure you guys have a couple of your notepads out or your phone, whatever you're using to take notes. I want you guys to just pay absolute attention. Focus up. We got a lot to do. We have a lot to cover. It's a lot of valuable information. I want you focused up and I want you guys ready. Let's get it done. And one thing before we start, I want to make sure everybody's awake. We got 171 people here. I want to make sure everybody's awake. Drop a 7 if you guys are ready. Let's get it. Make sure you guys got your phones out. Make sure you got your notes out. Drop a 7 if you guys are ready, because we're about to kick it off. Me and my team have been working this for a while. I have been crushing gold this whole year. And you don't even have to take my word for it, because everything has been in front of everybody. You see all my trades. You see my results. You see what I do. So let's get it. Drop a 7. That's what I'm talking about. Let's fucking get it. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. I'm amped. I'm on a lot of sugar. I'm on a lot of sugar. I'm amped, guys. I can't even lie. Too much coffee. I've been hyped for this all fucking week. So let's get it. So how struggling traders are finally achieving $10,000 a month in income, right? That's what you got to know. That's what the purpose of this is going to be about. Now, this isn't, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I'm going off scripture. The reason I'm going off scripture is because I don't want you guys to take my word for it. I want to show you proof. I want to show you results. I want to show you proof and results, because that's one thing that you have to do. You got to show the people what we're doing out here every time. So I have traders who are making tens of thousands of dollars every single month from trading. And the only reason they're able to make all this money is very simple. It's from my results. It's from my strategy. The strategy I'm about to show you guys and break it down step by step. The reason for this is, let me show you right now. So I'm sure you guys can see the war room right now, right? Let me know if you guys can see my screen. I have people making tens of thousands of dollars. We're going to go all the way up to December 1. I want us to just start at December 1. Because I need to show you that people make money. People make money from trading, right? It's not about, because when we go throughout this program, I'm going to show you guys some unicorn stories. I'm going to show you guys some people who are unicorns, some people who did really great, some people who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, that can feel unrelatable to you. That can feel like a far reach for some people. But what I want to show you right now is the everyday person, the money they are making and what they are making every single day. I want to do it live. I want to do it in front of you. I want to show you no bullshit. I'm going to show you guys all this right now, because I want to show you that you don't need to be special. You don't need to be a unicorn. You don't need to be that one pea in the pod to make money and be successful. Maybe you won't be making $100,000 just yet, but you can make $10,000. You can make $20,000. Because when I started this, I wasn't special. And that's the 100% truth. I was not special when I started this. I was not no unicorn story. I am actually a product of hard work, hard working consistency. And I don't want you to feel like, okay, fuck. Well, I mean, that guy made $300,000. He made $700,000. That guy made $1 million. I don't think I can do it because I can barely make $100. And that's not the case. Everyone can make money. So let's start over here, because you're going to see something very amazing from December 1. I'm going to show you guys some of my structures. So these are some of the setups that I send. Right? We're going to go through them. When I send a setup, this is how I send my setup, right? This is not about the war room. This is about the strategy, right? SL hit, win and loss, take profits, win and loss. I just want us to continue going. I want us to continue going. I want you guys to see it right now. Let's go. Here's some people's results as well, right? Yeah, people winning. Everybody makes money. Made $1,700 from the trade. Well, $1,006. Everyone makes money. Everyone makes money. Because we have the team winning. We want to continue going, because at the end of the day, all I could do is just tell you. I could just tell you this is what we're doing. I want to show you this is what we're doing. First of all, look how good I look. You know what I mean? I had the bonnet on. Look how good I look. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's skip that. Let's skip that. Oh, you guys can see clearly? You guys can see better now? Can you guys see my screen clearly? Yeah, just let me know you guys see the screen. Perfect, perfect. Oh, you couldn't see you probably couldn't see the results because it opened in a different chat. Oh yeah, because I'm only sharing this window. I apologize. You probably can't see each individual result, but I'll show you as a whole. Yeah. All right, perfect. These are the results, right? We're going to break down some of these trades. I send out structure like this. We get the result. We get the result. Structure, you get the trade, profit. Take profit. Now, you guys can see when I send out a trade, I can hold a trade for a few hours, for a couple of minutes. It really depends. Sometimes I hold trades really long. I can hold a trade for a day. It really depends. Why am I able to do this? I'm going to break all that down for you. You send the structure, you get the result. Send the structure, you get the result. So there's a lot of trades. I trade a lot. There's a lot of trade. Ended up losing here. Right? That's why I lost. You guys see that? Right? Sometimes it doesn't always work out. That's just the day in the markets. But it's about winning more than you lose. Lost that trade, as you guys can see, won it right back the next trade. Lost some profit over there. So I don't want to bore you too much, but this is it. This is it. These are the things that I want to show you. People make money from this. You want me to make it bigger? Okay, I will go back to it. I'll show you guys more because I have a fuck ton. We're gonna go through the results directly at a later stage, but I want to show you that it's not always about making $100,000. Those are things you should strive for, but the journey is long. So let's start with getting you making $10,000 a month. That's what's important. If we can start with getting you $10,000 a month, you can scale that as things go about. So let's get into it, team. Before I get into any questions, I want to work on, showing you guys the module, showing you guys the system, and then we'll get into some questions and I'll get into some chart breakdown. But for now, let's get into it. And yeah, W's in the chat. W's in the chat. I want to get into this streaming thing for real, man. I want to get into it. Anyways, let's rock. Let's get it. Number one, so how struggling traders are finally achieving 10K a month trading gold, even after 2 years of failing with other methods, right? This masterclass, number one, is going to be for beginners, aspiring traders, struggling traders, part-time traders. This masterclass is for everybody, right? Because you can all do it. As long as you're working hard and you're putting in the time, this is for everybody. You can definitely transition to becoming a full-time trader. You can quit your job and become a full-time trader. This is something that's doable. It's something that's possible. This is something you can all do as long as you put in the work. And that's what I am working towards for everybody who's in this chat right now. So anyone can finally become consistently profitable. That's true. That is 100% true, right? And in this presentation, what I'm discussing today, the exact strategy, we're going to first address the problems that come with this first. You need to identify the problems, and if you can clearly identify the problems, you can clearly solve them. So I'm going to give you some problems, and I'm going to give you the exact solution for the problems. And it's nothing crazy. It's something so simple and something that you probably overlooked. So we're going to discover the 5 invisible gaps, right? 2, we're going to discover the Cetra system. That's the system that covers those 5 invisible gaps. Invisible because you probably overlooked a lot of them. And then 3, we're going to work on how you can become profitable to make your first 1K to 3K weeks in just 90 days. So let's get into it. Number one, if you've tried and failed, it's not your fault. It's not your fault if you've tried and failed, right? That's never anybody's fault. As long as you're working hard and you're putting in work every single day, that's not your fault. It's only your fault if you didn't show up. Everybody who's on this live right now is showing up. So if you're here and you're not yet profitable, that's what we're here to get you to. So your host, Leonardo Norman, he looks familiar. Definitely looks familiar. 8-figure trader, that's me. To all my new members, that is me. I want to talk to you a little bit about my backstory because number one, someone did ask about it. And it's important that we start off from the beginning. So there's a few key points there, but I want to give it to you raw, real, unedited. I want to give it to you guys straight. Number one, I was living in South Africa. Right, I was living in South Africa. That's where I started my journey from trading. So my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, obviously, we didn't have a lot to live off of. $200 was a little bit of a nice stretch because we weren't living off $200 a month. It was actually it was 1,000 rand sometimes on really good months, but that fluctuated. So that was less. It was about $100, a little less than $100. Depends on the exchange. We're not going to discover that, but that's where we started off of. That's all we had going for us at one point in time, and that wasn't ever consistent, right? That was money that we had to put together. We started off that way, right? That's how the journey into trading started. Now, I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have quite literally any money. It was just about working hard every single day to try and make something better. That's not a lot of money to go off of. You can't get rent with that. You can't get food with that. You can't get new clothes with that. You can't get nothing with that. That was barely anything that we had. And I had to make decisions with that money that we had when I was still trying to figure out how to trade and how to get this to work. Sometimes it would be a decision between trading or eating. Right now, let me explain it. When I say trading or eating, it's that I would have probably say $100 in my pocket, right? That's what we'd all have for the day. That's all we'd have. And that's what we have to trade out for the month. And knowing me, because I was very driven about this, I'd have to talk to her and be like, babe, listen, we got to make something happen, right? It's either we're trading or we're eating, right? It's either we're trading because the potential for me to get into the markets and trade and make some money for the day, because I could easily get into that market, and if I did things right, make like $100. Then we have $200 for the day. We can take out that 100, initial investment is done, and live, and then start to just build the account, right? Living a lot better, but that's not the reality of it. Sometimes I put $100 in, put everything we have in, and then of course blow the account. Blow the account, because that's the story for everyone. Because I wasn't trading with focus, I wasn't trading with drive, I was trading with problems, right? That's the problem. I was trading with problems. And then what did that do? That saw me drop, right? That saw me drop, that hit the mentality, right? Trading with problems, not trading with the goal, just trading to just try and make some money. No real strategy, no real system, no real structure. And that's what fucked me over. So essentially I was homeless, didn't really have much going on. Like at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do with that kind of money. And we were staying on our friend's couch. Before me and my wife actually had linked up, I ended up sleeping under a bridge at one point, because I was quite literally and physically homeless. So not homeless in the sense I didn't have a home. I was literally sleeping on the streets. And if you're wondering why I don't have any pictures from the time I was sleeping on the streets, who's sleeping on the streets and has an iPhone? You know what I mean? Right? It's horrible ass times. But these are the times that I'm so grateful for, because they helped grow me into the person that I am today. Now, when things started working out and I started to get a little bit of money, right? Got a little bit of money, things started to work out just a little bit. What did I then decide to do? I started to say, listen, I need to make something work. Now, when we started to make just a little bit of money and we're able to get our own place, we got our place in a dingy ass area. When I say a dingy ass area, I'm talking drugs in the street, prostitutes, I'm talking gangs, people fighting. So dingy ass area wasn't necessarily safe. We didn't have money to go anywhere else. And at the time, I couldn't afford Wi-Fi, right? Or data at the time, right? I couldn't get data, I couldn't get Wi-Fi, so I needed to trade. So how could I actually trade? So what I would do is I would walk like about 10 Ks a day to a Starbucks. Now, the reason I go to a Starbucks is because, Starbucks got free Wi-Fi. I had to go all the way to the Starbucks to connect to the Wi-Fi and trade. And I had to leave like hella early, which was dangerous, but, made it through because I needed internet to actually start trading. That's how my life actually started off when it came to trading. It was about grinding. It was about working hard. And in South Africa, there's also this thing called taxis. I never took taxis. And when I say taxis, if you're from like the US or Canada, you probably think I'm talking about like taxi cabs. Now we have a different type of taxi in South Africa. It's like you put like 20 people in that car, bust it up. Trust me, it's not roadworthy. They have the highest accident rates, brutal cars. I never used to take the taxis, not because I didn't have the money to actually take them, because it was really, really cheap. I never took the taxis because I didn't want to accept that was my reality. I was always someone who was driven, and I knew what I wanted from life. If I saw myself taking that taxi, I was like, if I take this taxi, then it's a hard thing to say, but I'm one of them, right? I'm one of the people who are stuck in the rat race, who are stuck in the problem, who are just existing. And I didn't want to just exist. I wanted to live. So I chose to walk 10 kilometers than take that busted ass taxi and risk my life. I chose to walk 10 kilometers every single day to get to that Starbucks, to trade, and to grow because I didn't want to accept that. So that is how my life started. That was the drive that got me to where I am. So someone asked, what was my psychology? My psychology is knowing I'm destined for greatness. Everyone here is destined for greatness, but I put in the work and I didn't exist in the plane. I didn't exist there while everyone was turning up in December, while we were doing this, blowing their last money, doing that. I didn't want to do that shit. Not even if I had a little bit of money, because what was the point? Right? What was the point when I needed to work and I needed to make money? That's how I started off. It was difficult. It was rough, but hey, I did it. That's my not so sexy picture. That was that is what I looked like before. And there was times when you couldn't tell that guy, as driven as I was, there was dark days. I'm not going to lie to you. There was dark days. There was times you couldn't tell that guy that he would own a $400,000 watch. He'd be staying in Dubai, driving luxury cars. There was times you couldn't tell him that. Essentially, he was always driven, but there was times you couldn't tell him that. And that's exactly how I looked. That's exactly how I looked, man. That was my journey to get to where I was. I didn't even have them cool twists, man. Couldn't even see the barber. Couldn't even see the barber, guys. It was a rough life. And I see somebody laughing in the chat. You're laughing at this is my life story, man. This is where I started out. Laughing at me. Trade to eat, we covered that. We did cover that. And so you got to know there was times that I did think of quitting. So I'm not going to bullshit you and just tell you that it was just like a straightforward, just this driven dude who never quit. There was times I did want to quit. There's many times I did want to quit. There's many times I wanted to give up, and that's the truth. Those times didn't come. This is definitely one example for sure. When I finally made about 3K, I'm rounding to about 3K. It was like two something. It was like two something. I got I got scammed with an investment opportunity. Now you guys know investment opportunities. Oh, give me $3,000. I'll make you $10,000 in about 2 weeks. This happened to me. I went, put the last bit of money that I had because it was good money at the time, but you felt like it could be better, it could be more. You didn't want to just eat for today. You wanted to eat for tomorrow and the day after. Put my last bit of money into that, and I got scammed. Now, take note. When I say that I made about $3,000, it wasn't $3,000 and some spare change, and that's some of my bank account. That's all I had. That's all I had. And I just came out of broketivity. I'm still broke at the time, right? I mean, this is all I have. Still broke at the time. Gave all my money in investment, lost it. I wanted to quit. Now, my beautiful wife, who's in the comments, there she is. She's the one that held me together in that point in time. And she never said to me, not one day, and that's what I'm grateful for, that I need to do something else, that I need to maybe go and get a job, go and do this, go and do that. She told me, you did it once, you can do it again. And that was the greatest thing ever. And those words is something I want you guys to actually follow. If you did it once, if you've made a bit of money from trading, if you make say you make like $1,000 in a good trade and you blow it all tomorrow because of bad risk to reward, you did it. You can do it again. Maybe this time just plan it better. Maybe this time just manage it. It's always about, if you did it once, you can do it again. And if you've never done it, I'll show you how to do it every single day, because that's what your boy is doing. You guys see, some of my losses are 30K now. If I lose a trade, I can lose $30,000, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Because when I'm winning 90K. I'm winning 120K, right? Because that's what it's about. You did it once, you can do it again. So the one thing that changed everything, simplicity beats hopping between strategies. I did touch on this a little bit. In the beginning when I started talking to everybody, is that simplicity, you guys, it's unfortunate and fortunate at the same time that you have an army of traders to choose from who are already successful. Because one guy is going to tell you, hey, try the Fibonacci strategy with FVGs and liquidity grabs, right? Some trader is going to tell you, Oh, you need to have all these indicators on your screen. Some traders are going to tell you, oh, buy this AI algo trading bot. They're going to tell you a bunch of different things. And I'll tell you something. Every single time that you start a new strategy, you start as a beginner, no matter the level that you're at. When you start any single strategy, you start as a beginner. So do not be a beginner every single time, because there's a million strategies. If you start a million times, that's going to be 10 years down the line before you find something that actually works. And out of those strategies, out of the 10 million, maybe 9 million of them worked, but you wouldn't know because you pulling all these strategies. So that's when I went from simplicity is key when it comes to strategy and when it comes to what you trade. So one thing you guys know about me is I don't trade the multiple pairs. I don't trade 10 pairs. I don't trade 20 pairs. I'm trading gold. I'm trading gold 90% of the time. And if I don't trade gold, I'm going to trade something like maybe NASDAQ or US 30 where I started off trading, because you need to narrow the vision. If you narrow the vision, and if you can clearly narrow that vision, you'll start to find success. Because I'll tell you what, as much as you have a front for all these trading pairs, there's a back end. You can't do that for 10 pairs, especially when you're not consistently profitable, right? Especially when you're not consistently profitable. You need to have that front and you need to have that back. And you'll only have that if you narrow the vision. Stop trading everything under the sun, please. We focus. That's why you're here. You guys are here. You know, I trade gold predominantly. I'm gold trading. The strategies I'm building around gold trading. I'm going to show you how to the front, and I'm going to show you the back. Pause. Pause on that. The front and the back. So we just touched on this, but what millionaire traders don't do? They don't trade 10 different pairs. They don't chase every hot opportunity. They don't use complex indicator system. Because number one, like I said again, you're going to trade a lot of these things. It's going to mess with you, right? Hot opportunity means, say you take a trade on USD JPY, you make your money for the day. Then you see another opportunity on gold, right? You see, oh, it could look good. You trade it and you blow your account because you're chasing hot opportunities. You're not actually focusing. You're trading hot opportunity. You're not actually, sticking to a strategy and being straightforward with it. And another thing that I want to touch on is complex indicator systems. I am the most simple trader when it comes to my charts. So clean. So clean. My strategy is very simple. My strategy has to do with the core principles of trading. The same principles that were there since the dawn of trading is what I use today. All the strategies that are overlooked is what I use today and I feel so bad. It's a lot of the bullshit internet traders that want to sell you guys something and put a million indicators just to look busy, but they don't do shit for you, right? My strategy has a few core principles and that will make you money going forward. So listen, I want to make sure everyone's still good. Let's drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure you guys are following. I want to make sure you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Drop a 1 in the chat. We still got a few more slides to go through, but drop a 1 in the chat for me. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, team. That's what I'm talking about. I bet. So let's continue. And listen, if you have a question, drop your question in as well every now and again. I will try to get to them as soon as I can, but we're going to save the Q&As for back of, at the end. But I'm sure something will be in the back of your mind. So either you write it down or you just shoot it in the text, because I'm going to go through messages at the end of this for a nice Q&A. So what millionaire traders do, they focus on 1 or 2 markets only. They build deep pattern recognition. They become specialists, not generalists. That's me. Each market has its own personality. Master one and predict the moves before they happen. Let's go. So when I focus on just gold and NASDAQ, you guys know the story. We grew, I grew. Let's continue, because I don't want to just work on these peripherals. I want us to continue. So today, let's talk about today. So let's look at the previous, right? Let's look at the previous. This is where I started off. Right? Imagine hitting your first 10K month. Imagine when you hit your first 10K month. I'm sure some of you have hit your first 10K. Some of you haven't even hit your first $100 month. And that's okay. That's fucking okay. Because I'll tell you what, it started off from just making a little bit of money to doing about 10K a month to doing $2.3 million in 6 months. I want you guys to grasp that for a second because for me, it's amazing. Yes, I've been successful for a very long time, but each achievement is insane because the fact that I did $2.3 million in 6 months, I know for a fact that in about the next 5 years, I'm going to end probably with my first $20 million year off of trading profits. In probably the next 5 years, for sure, 100%, because that's how growth works. That's how growth works. It works with consistency, compounding, and believing that you can do it. But it's all these little steps. Start with the first $100, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, and build it up. When you hit $10,000 a month, what makes you think you can't hit 20,000, 30,000? It's always about consistency. So, supercars in my 20s. You guys know me. I'm a car. I am definitely a car lover. It's my wife. I don't know if she wants to say hi to the stream. You want to say hi to the stream? No? My bad. So, number one, you guys know me. I love cars. I bought the STO. I had the STO for the longest time. I had the Ferrari for about 2 months before I sold it. I hated the F8, but I got it. I had options to, right? I got it. I had options to. And now I'm working on building a whole new lineup, That was the whole purpose of me making 2.3 million, because I'm at the point in trading where I can dedicate money to just buy cars. That's the freedom that this industry allows you. In my 20s, this is what I was doing. What, like two years ago? This was me 2 years ago doing this 2 years ago. And it's been 2 years later. And I'll tell you guys are not ready for 2026. Y'all are not ready for 2026. Just stay tuned. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys are present. 2026 is going to be insane. $100,000 in just 30 days. And funny enough, this is one of my lower ends because when I did this was long before I did 2.3 million. I did this $100,000 in 30 days. That was really good. It was really fucking fantastic. This is what I do now. But as of this live stream, I do $100,000 days. I've had about $700,000 days in this month of December. Insane. This works for regular people too, right? Because I am showing you the big numbers. That's why I wanted to show you some of the results for other people as well. You don't have to be a unicorn to be successful. You never have to be a unicorn to be successful, because we got Damien. I'm sure some of you know Damien's story. I made 6 figures in real estate. This is Damien's story. He made 6 figures in real estate, but was working, sun up and sun down. Now he trades full time with confidence, and he's made over 20K in just 2 months. This is when I was mentoring him, right? I was mentoring him, and he started making 20K months. Can you imagine that? From working sun up, sundown, he started doing this off of trading alone. Now, the reason I'm going to brush past as well, because he's doing amazing, but I don't want you guys to be stuck up that, okay, well, not everyone can do this. Everyone can do this. You can all do this if you follow the system I'm about to show you. If you're consistent, and if you guys can be consistent, I will do another live stream on the 28th of December next year. I'll probably schedule it if it's possible to schedule a live stream. If I can't schedule a year in advance, I promise you guys I will schedule a live stream a year in advance, and I will call it the progress update. And everybody, I want you to put your notifications on to show you that it's not just about Damien, who's made money, who's now trading on his own, and he's doing fucking amazing, right? This was through mentorship. This was through him following the plan, right? He's doing amazing for himself right now, but it's about following the plan, following the system, and being consistent. A year from now, your stories will be very different from what they are today. Let's continue over to Jarrell. Now, Jarrell was insane. Jarrell did insane numbers. He did $350,000 in just 2 years. And this was the most insane thing, one of my most insane stories as well, because It was like, I can teach this. This system worked. It changed my life and it changed someone else's life. That was one of the greatest things ever, right? It changed my life and it changed someone else's life. He did $350,000 profit in just 2 years. And at the time of this, he was actually 20. He was 20, right? He was 20 years old. He bought his mom a brand new car. He gives a percentage of the money to charity, and he lives and funds a comfortable lifestyle. Meaning, he's of course retired from his job. He works for himself. He trades for himself. All he's doing right now is just living off the money he is making, right? Every single day. This is because of trading. This is not just because of trading. It's about following a plan and sticking to it at the end of the day. You can all get years like this, months like this, right? Think of the best year you've done with your job. I'm sure some of you are very unhappy. And if you're unhappy with the money you make right now, let me know. Say you're unhappy. Let me know right now in the comment section. If you're unhappy with the money you make right now, I guarantee you, if you follow a path in a year, 2 years, in a couple of months, depending on how hard you work, you can replace that job with actual income if you dedicate the time to it. I bet. There we go. Unhappy. Let's go. Don't be unhappy. Don't be unhappy. The fact that you're here means you are ready to take that next step. You're ready to dive in and ready to change your life. You do this by being active. Unhappy as fuck. Can I tell you something interesting to everybody that's saying they're unhappy? One thing is for certain, we all going to die at the end of the day. Life is too short to be doing things that make you unhappy. Get your money up so that when you get your money up, you can buy your mom a car. When you get your money up, you can give money to charity, to people who physically can't do the things that we do today. You can give money to them and still not sweat it from your pocket. You can live a comfortable lifestyle where you're not unhappy. The only reason you're unhappy, because I've been unhappy as fuck. I've been unhappy that the market is closed and I can't make more money. The only time you're unhappy is because the instrument you're using to make money decided to take a holiday. That's the only reason you're going to be unhappy. So I'm going to tell you what, y'all are unhappy right now. That's cool. We're going to change that. We're going to change that because we're going to be driven, we're going to be focused, and we're going to keep it going. Let's move on. Here's some results as well from everybody. I'm going to leave on the screen just so you guys can see it. But we've had multiple people passing the FTMO accounts, making $4,000. People up 80% on the account. We have crazy, crazy fucking results. Crazy, crazy fucking results because that's how it works for everybody. How it works for everybody because if you are following a system and you are dedicating the time and you're being disciplined, these are the results that you get. And this is the starting off point, right? Because I'll tell you something very interesting. Out of some of the people here, I guarantee you a year from now, when I do another Zoom, when I do another live, I'm probably do lives in between, but when I do another live and I'm talking to everybody again, I'm like, hey, by the way, that guy that made $4,000 from FTMO, they're doing $300,000 this year. That person is doing this one because it starts there. It starts with these months. It starts with $1,000 a month and it scales and it grows and it scales and it grows and it scales and it grows. Let's continue. So before we even get to the secret, I realized I jumped the gun. Any questions before we move on? Any questions, guys? Drop me a question or two and answer a question or two before we move on. All right. I noticed that you use almost the same strategy. I noticed that I use almost the same strategy as yours, right? What is that? I noticed that I use the same strategy as yours. I just sometimes lack the entry confirmation. I'm going to be breaking down the entry confirmation in this video for you. Don't worry. I'm going to break it down because I have a set amount of rules. If I don't see something, if I don't see my rules of engagement, my rules for execution, if those don't happen, then I don't enter the trade. So I will show you what I do constantly and why I always enter the trade the same way. I have a $1,800 account. Should I put more money or just keep growing little by little? I just got money to deposit 1K more and have a bigger account. I am confused. I tell everybody this. If the money you're putting into your trading account is money that you are ready to risk, and if that $1,000 is money you're ready to risk and put it in your account, that would be my suggestion. If that $1,000 is not $1,000, you know, you needed to pay like rent or something, and it's money that you dedicate to trading, put it in your account. The bigger your balance, the better the results, and that's the truth. The bigger your balance, the better your results. The reason I made $1 million in December and the reason I only made 2.3 million in 6 months is because my account got bigger. I'm trading with $1 million now, right? I'm trading with millions of dollars in my account. So therefore I can make more money. The bigger your balance, the bigger, you know, the bigger the reward. Okay. How do you decide on your lot size? That all comes with my plan. It comes with my account size. It comes with the type of trade that I'm taking. I usually have a set standard, so it's always about the trade I'm taking. But for me, why it's simple to always have a set type of lot size is that I know the type of trade I'm taking every single day, and I know what I want to get from it, and I know how much I want to risk from the trade. So my lot is just adjusted according to that particular trade. If I'm going to be in a trade and I'm going to hold it a little bit longer, right? I'm holding for a bit of time, then what I'm going to do is I'll adjust the lot size for that gap, right? If I know, oh, this is a trade I'm trying to hold for like a week, right? But if I open with my standard, my normal lot size, and I lose this trade, I lose a lot more money, but I want to, you know, risk a little bit more. I adjust according to the trade, right? According to the type of trade. And I will show you how I do that as well. So don't even worry. We're going to cover everything, guys. We're covering all that in this video. You see what I'm saying? I'm not used to the streaming just yet, right? I'm saying video as if this is a YouTube video, but I'm going to get that. I'm going to answer one more question, guys. One more question before we resume. One more question. Let's see what questions we got. Through the journey, did anyone invest in you, or did you have an investor you trade for? So no. In my journey, nobody invested in me, and nor do I trade for anyone. I don't trade for anyone because it is the worst thing ever. The first time I ever gave someone my money to trade for me, that's when they scammed me. Also, no one invested in me, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I had to come up from the ground up, but that made me a lot more disciplined. So that's how I kind of got to this point. All right, guys, I'll answer some of your questions a little bit later. Like I said, I'm going to go through all the questions later. Let's get to it. So what you guys are going to discover today. So secret one, we just, of course, covered that. Secret two, the psychology first system, right? Finally control the emotions and execute consistently. Number three, a funded fast track. So get funded with 50K capital in just 90 days. And a lot of you have been asking me, bro, what is a good prop firm? How do I get funded? I got you. Finally, I finally got you guys. So don't even worry about that. The two, market mastery, but real pattern recognition in gold and NASDAQ. We're going to be focusing more on gold. When we do NASDAQ, I like to do NASDAQ with US 30. But you guys are going to learn a lot today. So like I said, make sure you got your phones out. Make sure you guys got your notes out so you guys can follow this. Let's go. But first, the big problem. Now, what do you guys think the big problems are? Before we move into like, oh, this is how we make money. What do you think the big problems are? Nice, bro. You really helped me believe in myself. I'm glad I could help. I just want to know if anyone knew what the big problems were. Greed, risk management, following a plan, risk management, self-doubt, trade management, greed, psychology, FOMO, capital, trade execution, rushing into trades, not sticking to your strategy, entry. Excuse me. So I'll break these down. I'll let you guys know what these are. So after years of trading, you know strategies, you can explain order blocks, liquidity, smart money, and understand concepts perfectly. But when the market opens up, you freeze. Some of you mentioned it. You freeze, you hesitate, you second guess every trade, you watch perfect setups run without you because you're afraid to enter, right? And some of you can relate to this because I just saw a lot of you send basically FOMO, right? FOMO, fear, greed. So the 5 invisible gaps. Gap number 1, you don't know what you're looking for today. You don't know what you want to trade. You don't know what you're looking for today. So therefore, that is the first problem. The fact that you don't know what you want to do before you ever step into the markets and risk your hard-earned money. Gap number 2, you see the setup, but you ask yourself constantly, you see the setup, you've done the analysis, Should I take this trade? Gap number 3, okay, shit, fine. Let me take this trade. I'm in the trade. Now what? I'm in some drawdown. It's in it's in a little bit of profit. I'm in some drawdown. What? I keep blowing up my account, right? That's the standard gap for everybody. We've all been here. Some of you are still here, but this is just one of the things. Blowing your account is too common in trading. And gap number 5, I keep making the same mistakes. You keep making the same mistakes, even when you know you shouldn't do certain things, but you keep making the same mistakes. So these are the 5 invisible gaps, right? These are the 5 invisible gaps. Some of you are aware of. Maybe some of them you're not too aware of how they actually take place, right? So you're aware that, okay, FOMO of a trade, but you don't know how it actually takes place, because I'll tell you one thing before we move on. Winning can just be as bad as losing if you don't know how to handle a win. That's just something we're going to dive into as well. So you need to understand how to handle each and every one of these gaps, because you could know how they, the base is like, okay, over trading, but you need to know how that comes about and how to get on top of it. So what you'll discover today, psychology first system, we covered this. Secret number 1, pre-market clarity system, right? Let's go to pre-market clarity system. So what is the pre-market clarity system? How to know exactly what you're looking for before the market opens. So you stop watching 10 pairs and missing everything, right? This is how you close gap number 1, right? You need to know what you're looking for before the market even opens. And you do this by not trading everything. So if you're not trading everything and you're trading just 1 or 2 pairs, you're going to know that I'm looking for trades on gold or I'm looking for trades on NASDAQ. You already know what you want to trade for the day. You already know what you want to trade always. You're not looking at USD JPY because you heard some news that USD was going to pop off against the yen and you're like, okay, maybe I can trade that today. If you're saying maybe, possibly, you've done something wrong. Wake up every day saying, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm waiting for. That's how you beat that first gap. Pre-market clarity system. Sorry, I keep going back. My bad. There we go. So pre-market clarity system. I was struggling trading Euro USD, trading everything under the sun. And with the result, you waste 2 hours just looking at charts. Best moves were already over. You're never in one place long enough to learn. That's something that happens. If you're doing everything under the sun, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. The result, a loss, obviously. So with the pre-market clarity system, that's when everything changes. It's going to change for you. Number 1, millionaire trader secret. Step 1, identify 1 to 2 high probability zones when it comes to trading gold. Now, I'm not just going to tell you guys these things. I'm going to go and show you these as well in the charts. We're going to go through at least 1 or 2 trades so I can show you these things in effect as it's working out. Step 2, I mark my exact entry level, my stop loss, and my take profit. So I know exactly what I want for the day. So even if a trade, like I'm going to show you some examples, I can be in a trade where the trade will have gone up, maybe for the day it will shot up maybe 100 points, but I only took 40 points from it. Why did I take 40 points if I was confident it was going to keep going up? Because I knew what I wanted for the day. I wasn't being greedy. I had a plan and I said everything clearly. And according to my analysis, that's where my analysis said I was going to hit take profit. And that's where I kept it. Step 3, I set alerts for zones so I don't have to watch the charts every second, right? So make use of TradingView. Traders, you don't need to have the best setup to make money. You don't need to have the best equipment to make money. You need to have a few things: internet connection, a phone or a laptop or an iPad, and TradingView. Make sure you always have TradingView. Set those alerts. Step number 4, I predetermine if today is even a trading day based on market conditions. And I remember earlier on, we looked at the chart and I asked, would you guys be trading this or not? And the right answer was no, because the market conditions is shit. There's too many holidays. It's the end of the year. There's no reason to force any trades, right? As much as you want to make money, there's no reason to force anything. So that's one of the things you have to do. If the opportunity is not there, the opportunity is not there. So the sniper approach: price comes to my zone, eliminates the first gap, right? Simplicity on gold. Gold, 31 trillion market. moves on fear and uncertainty. We know this. When there's uncertainty in other markets, in stocks, when people are scared, when there's pandemics, when there's situations, everyone comes to gold. These are the moving factors of gold. Uncertainty, fear, they want to hold all their money in gold because gold holds its value. 100 to 200 pip moves equals big profits. We know this about gold. Highly volatile. It's always going to be moving. You're always going to make some money on this. Active during London and New York sessions. Now, I want to clarify something for a lot of you, so make sure you guys take notes on this one. Gold is not always going to, the best time to trade gold is going to be London and New York. I have taken some of my most fire trades during London session. Don't always just say you got to be a one session bandit to make money. You can trade gold during London and New York. It's going to give you fire opportunities, right? So gold is the most active during London and New York. And then, of course, you know, the Asia session, city session, of course, that there's like little to no movement. So don't be a one session bandit. Look out for the opportunities. There's always opportunity if you look right and, you're paying attention. So the perfect two market combination, NASDAQ, US 100, my bad. Top 100 tech companies moves on greed and optimism, opposite of gold, active during US market hours. That's the stock market for you. The fact, once you see greed and optimism, you know it's a bunch of wolves of Wall Street. You know it for a fact. Now, moving back to the pre-market clarity system, right? The problems and how it eliminates them. I need to watch multiple pairs to catch opportunities, focus on one or two markets to catch more moves than scanning 10 markets. This is everything we've just covered, and this is how that first step covers that first gap. All right, so before we move on, is everyone following me? You guys good? You guys understanding? Y'all following well? Oh my God, I drink too much water, bro. You guys following? We all good? All right, bet. All right, bet. Matt, we are an hour, 12 minutes into this call, and a lot of you are still here. Y'all are here paying attention. Y'all are here listening. Shout out to everybody that's here. Big ups to everyone. All right, so big ups. So old belief, I need to watch multiple pairs. We've covered all this. And then the new belief will teach you to narrow the vision. So let's move on over here. We can come over here. You guys can apply for my free Cetra strategy session. It's absolutely free. I want you guys to look in the group. I've dropped the link. Let me pin it for you guys as well. The message is pinned right now in the chat. You guys can go and apply for free to get a free strategy call. Don't even stress about it. If you guys really want to level up, make sure you guys click the link that is pinned in the chat right now. Go and click that link, and you guys can get your free call. Let's continue. Remember I told you that I got you guys? I told you that I got you guys. So secret 2, confirmation checklist system. This goes also back. Someone asked me what, they use almost the same strategy as me and they just never know when to enter. This is about your confirmation checklist. This is what you need. How to pull the trigger with zero hesitation even when your heart rate goes up. This is how you close gap number 2. I see it, but should I take it gap, right? This is when you're uncertain about your own analysis. You don't know what to do, but then you hesitate, right? So you wait. Is this really the one? What if it's a fake out? Maybe I should wait for one more candle. The result, the trade moves 50 pips without you. So remember, market's not going to wait for anyone. The market is going to move when the market moves. If you're taking too much time trying to think about a trade, you're going to get cooked every single time. The next time you don't hesitate, you're going to jump into the market early, and that one stops you out. So when you're in the market and you're indecisive, when you take a trade, or before you even take a trade, you've done the analysis, you've got your setup, you've put in whether it's a long position or short position, and all you have to do is just click on that buy or sell button. But you're debating on whether to do it. That means you're not confident in your strategy. You don't know what to do. And when you do that, this is how the hesitation comes through. Okay, so I'm scared. I did not take this trade. Trade moves 50 pips without you, right? Fuck, you enter the trade late. and then the trade goes against you and you lose all your money, and because you're uncertain and you just hate it, you're angry, you leave the day, or you've revenge trade. And then there's another scenario. Now, because you're someone who's uncertain in the markets and you don't know what to do, you go in, you take your trade. You don't want to hesitate anymore. I've done my analysis. You haven't done the proper checks anymore. You're just saying, I don't want to miss out anymore. You're trading with FOMO. You just don't want to miss out anymore. It's no longer about the structure. It's no longer about, whether or not this is a good trade or not. You just don't want to miss out anymore. And what do? You just enter the trade. Bam, 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 bam. And what happens? You lose the trade. And therefore, mentality is messed again. So here's a 3-point confidence stack. So number one, structure confirmation, right? You need structure confirmation, meaning when you do your analysis on whatever pair you're going to be trading, make sure you're utterly confirmed and sure. Okay, so I know what I want to do. This is the setup I see happening today, and I'm happy for it. And this is what I want to do. You need that confirmation. You need to be rock solid in it. 2, is there a liquidity sweep, right? Is there potential liquidity sweeps? Am I entering too early? I know the market wants to buy, but there's a liquidity zone at the bottom. Maybe I could miss it. So you wait for a few things to confirm your move. So you're not always used for liquidity and then the market moves in your favor, the account's blown, or maybe you just don't want to trade again, right? So pay attention to these little things every now and again, right? You have to pay attention to them. Number 3, the entry trigger. So let's get into it. So if you check all 3, excuse me, if all 3 check, I enter. If only 2 check, I skip. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. There are times the market moves. Some people can text me in the group like, yo, bro, did you miss the trade? Did you miss the trade? Bro, if it didn't match up, if I didn't have those confirmations, I'm not entering the trade. I trade every day, but then sometimes I won't trade on the day, even if people are making money on the day. Maybe it works for their strategies, but for me, my strategy did not allow me to enter on that day or enter on that trade. Therefore, I missed the trade, and it's perfectly fine because I stuck to my rules. I stuck to my plan. Therefore, I'm going to be profitable. Gold moves fast, right? So why gold? Gold moves fast. Gold respects technical levels like clockwork, and that's something I want you to pay attention to. Those of you who are watching. Gold respects its technical levels. Gold definitely has such clean, beautiful structure. The only thing about it is that it moves, right? So if you miss it, you miss it. But gold is definitely a structure baby. I will show you guys some setups as well. Liquidity. Gold is one of the most liquid markets on the planet. We know why. One good gold trade can literally pay your bills. We also know this as well. You don't need to hold for a long time on gold. You don't need to wait for the massive movements to make a lot of money on gold. You need small increment movements. You need to trade within the range. So if the market is predicted, right, you're predicting the market to move 100 points today, you become greedy when you want to hold it for the full 100 points, right? Because at the end of the day, what you need to do is find what you need, what the strategy allows. If you see and predict a 100-point movement, what is definitely guaranteed? Guaranteed is a tough word, but what is guaranteed is that it's going to move at least 40. Right? It's going to move at least 40. I see a potential 100 within my full trading day, but what I could definitely take from this is 40. Right lot sizing, right management, in and out. Gold trades 23 hours a day, London session, US session, Asian session. Now, let me address what's going through your mind about this confirmation checklist. But I thought having a checklist sounds robotic and will make me miss opportunities, right? The checklist protects you from yourself. I gave you an example. Sometimes I don't enter on a day because my checklist, it does not meet my confirmations. By the time all 3 confirmations line up, I've missed the entry, right? The expert waits for all 3 confirmations and enters at the start of the real move. The real move is not always catching, when you buy the dip, it's not always catching the dip once it's in the water. Sometimes it's about catching it once it starts to move up, once you get a lot of things that are favorable in your direction. What if I wait for all 3 confirmations to line up and it still loses? Checklist ensures you're taking high probability setups. Now, that's something that we all have to get attuned to. High probability setups. There's some setups that are low probability, medium probability, and there's high probability, right? So what are low probability setups? They could go in my direction, but they're not always favorable, right? It doesn't have all my confirmations, but it could go because maybe I heard this or I potentially see this. Something that you're still debating about is low probability. Something that you have all the facts and all the information and you're confident on, that is high probability. High probability trades, but they also come with the structure of the setup and your analysis. Those are high probability trades. Now I'm going to take a couple of questions in a little bit, so we are almost there. So we've definitely covered this. So your new belief is that a simple 3-point checklist beats intuition, guesswork every single time. Consistent execution trumps gut feelings. Like I told you, market's not about feeling. It's not about hopes. It's not about dreams. It's factual. It's straightforward. We are buying because this happened in the market today. We are selling because this happened in the market today. There is more supply than there is demand, so that's why we're falling. Or there's more demand and little to no supply, that's why we're buying. Plain and simple. Not, I hope this goes up or I hope this sells. Trading is not about being right every time. It's about being consistent in your execution. Respect yourself, respect your rules. You will make money. So what you'll discover, we've covered everything. Pre-market clarity system, confirmation checklist, and then the elastic trade management protocol. That's what we want to cover lastly. So secret 3, which is the trade management protocol. How to manage trades without babysitting the charts every 10 seconds and stop closing winners early. Now, I'm sure some of you are guilty here. You enter your trade. You enter a trade. You're in a trade for drawdown for hours, bro. It's been hours. It's fluctuating $1,000 down, $1,500 down, and then maybe you start to get a little bit of profit. You're in this trade for hours. Then you start to see the trade make about $300 in profit. Initially, you wanted like $3,000 from this, right? That's what your analysis said, but you've been drawdown so long and you're like, let me close the trade. You know what I mean? Maybe it could reverse against me. Maybe I was in drawdown for some time. Maybe I got lucky. You close your trade early. And then that trade goes to your take profit and you've missed out, right? Because you were babysitting, because you watched every drawdown. You watched every dollar you lost. You watched every dollar you gained. It's not about babysitting the charts. Traders have to be confident in your execution. When you take your trade, you set your alerts, you play some Fortnite, you go out drinking, you go do something, but you don't watch the charts every 10 seconds or you will go insane. All right, so let's go over to the trade. So can anybody relate to that? Of course, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to what I just said. So here's what I do and what completely changed my trading. So let's go for it. Close the 1 minute chart. Do I have my 1 minute warriors in the chat right now? Where are my 1 minute, my traders who are trading on the 1 minute time frame? Are y'all in the chat right now? Let me know if you guys are in the chat right now. All right. Yeah, I think calling you a 1 minute warrior is kind of mean, but drop it in. It's like a motherfucker. Oh gosh. All right, bet. Someone said they missed the confirmations. Listen, the video is going to be recorded. We just have a few more things to get through. I want to get them through with you guys. I don't want to hold you too long. And after that, the videos will be recorded, so don't even stress about that. All right, so we have so everyone's playing on the 1 minute time frame. My advice would be close the 1 minute time frame. I don't use the 1 minute time frame for my entries at all. 1 minute time frame is too small. It is not a major game player, and it will see you getting cooked. My stop and my target were set before I entered. They're not changing. I'm stubborn in the markets. And when I say stubborn in the markets, I'm stubborn because of my strategy. If SL is set at $20,000 to lose the trade, it's going to stay there because I was prepared to lose 20 because I want to make 40 today. So my stop loss, my take profit are set and they stay where they are at. They stay where they're at. And they never move because when it goes to SL, it hits SL, end of story. And that's it because I was prepared to lose it for the day. Now it's just going to check out. Maybe it'll check out tomorrow. I only check price at key levels or specific time intervals, not every 10 seconds. I set my alerts on TradingView. let it go to my alerts. If I see my alert hit, I'll check, okay, I'm at one point that I want to be at. And if not, we move on. I remind myself my job isn't to win this trade. My job is to protect my edge. If you can stay solid in your strategy, you can stay grounded in your feet, you will protect your edge every single time. Regardless whether you win or whether you lose, you will know this works, this is the rules, and this is how I follow it. Plain and simple. And that's what I want you guys to always, be in tune with and pay attention to. Always follow the plans. Step by step, protect your edge, because if you're just bouncing back and forth and you're, flip-flopping with the SL and take profit, that's you saying to yourself, you're not confident. You're not confident in what you're doing. And you never want that to be the case. So when I use this protocol, first month, $10,000. First week, $10,000. When I use this protocol, $100,000 in just 30 days. Now, of course, there is, the time. There is the time. This started off years ago. This is something I've been building on for years. Started off with 10K months. It's 10K weeks. 10K weeks is 100K weeks. 100K is 100. After 100K months, it's 100K days, because I've been doing 100K days back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, using the same structure and the same system. Nothing changes, right? You hammer on it, you keep beating on it, and you will become successful. And can I tell you something before we continue? Teaching you a strategy is the easiest part. Teaching you a strategy is the easiest part. The most difficult part is following and sticking to it, because maybe some of you can't take a free kick to save your life, right? But you practice it every single day for a year, you're going to get good at taking free kicks. That's the same thing with strategy. But if you don't show up to training every single day, if you put in less effort every single day, what's that going to do? You're going to waste a whole year doing the same nonsense, and you're still a little bit better than when you started. But if you put in the time, the effort, you show up on time, you dedicate yourself every day, you put in the hours and the effort, you start to make money. So that consistency, trade management protocol. So students using this formula. Now I'm getting excited about this one because here's Lisa. So Lisa is currently my student. She's currently my student right now. And she's doing amazing. From where she started to where she is right now and where she's going to be, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So in just 3 months, I made so much money that FTMO refused to pay me $20K in 3 days with a $400K max allocation account. That was her story. Her story is also up on my website as well. You can watch our full interview together. She, in 3 months, made $20K, right? In just 3 months, she made so much money that FTMO refused to pay her $20K. Can I tell you, it's stressful, but it's fun, right? When you got prop firms saying, listen, I don't want you to pay, we can't pay you this money because it looks like you're doing something legal, right? There's no way you can be winning as much, right? That's low-key a compliment. It's frustrating, but it's low-key a compliment. She's doing this right now as we speak. This is the journey that she's on. She's currently my student. And I want to see her through to 100K. That's what I want to do. I've set my own personal goal to see her straight through to 100K in profit that she's going to do, that she's going to pull from the markets. And that is my goal with Lisa. She's currently working on it. Every day she gets better. She's showing up every single day. She does not miss a call. She's always on time. And that is consistency. And I said she doesn't miss a call, but I don't think she's on this live today. It's Christmas, though. It's Christmas. So 3 months ago, looking for consistent trading results. Now 16K plus profit on FTMO challenge. Searching for proven mentorship, 20,000 made in just 3 days. Ready to level up in the trading game. Maximum allocated $400,000 account. Wanted legitimate profit strategies, and now now FTMO filed complaints. Profits are too fucking good. She wanted legitimate proof of that strategies work, and she had to file a complaint against FTMO to get her money because she was making money like that. And that is amazing. These are the points we can all get to. These are the points. Let's get it. All right. And then over here is David. David also been doing really well. David, I think you are on the Zoom call, man. If you're on the live right now, man, drop a W, David. I think I saw him here earlier. David's also doing amazing, man. He's locked in. Let's go down right now. Let me just show you guys his story. So he's been trading for 4 years with zero profitability, right? He's been trading for 4 years with zero profitability. Now he's done 6,000 profit in just 60 days, right? I had a 60-day challenge with David where we were trading every single day live. I did it earlier this year. We were trading every single day live, and he did about 6,000 profit in the 60 days from 4 years of trading with zero profitability, right? He's bought over 50 plus prop firm challenges, never passed one. Today, he's averaging about $200 a day consistently. Now, I didn't want to just show you every maximum story because David is starting off here, man, right? Maybe some people are like, okay, but that's not 300,000. He's starting off here, bro. But I guarantee you, at the end of next year, I'm going to be doing, like I said, another case study with him, and he's going to be doing probably about 100K, 200K months because of things like this, because of consistency, because of showing up. He's been with me for some time. He's growing. He's making money. He's tried multiple gurus, failed multiple programs, but he's with your boy. He's with SE. He's done $13,000 in total profits. That is amazing. That is amazing. Why? Because at the end of the day, like I said to you guys, you have a plethora of information, multiple traders. There's multiple traders all over. So you can go and pull all these information, all these things. But when you're doing that, what's happening? You're starting from day one. You're being a baby again. You're starting because you have to learn that strategy again. Learn it. Now you try another strategy. Start again. Learn it. Consistency is key. Someone asked if I have only one strategy. Yes, sir. That's the one strategy I use. My strategy has layers to it, but I've only used one strategy, and that's what I use and why I'm profitable today. So what does the trade management protocol eliminate? I need to watch my trades closely to manage them properly? No, you set it, you step away, you let it play out. What about taking partial profits? Isn't it smart risk management? If your strategy is based on proper structure, you have confidence in your targets. You don't need partials. Moving my stop loss to break even is smart risk management so I don't lose money. If you can handle the original stop loss, if you can't handle the original stop loss, do not take the trade. Jasmine just says, I remember David from our boot camp. That was fire. Yeah, he's doing amazing, Jazz. And you're about to be crushing it as well. So I love this, man. I'm loving to see everybody here. Everyone's contributing. I'm loving everyone's comments. I want to take a second to answer some of your messages before we continue. I want to take a moment. Shoot me some questions, guys. Let's talk a little bit. Anything you want me to elaborate on a little bit? At what point do you put a trade at BE? I'm going to show you because I can tell you, but I want to show you. I'm going to show you at the end of this. I'm going to show you my strategies, how I manage a trade as it's happening, and the focus behind it. I'm going to show you guys all this right after the chat, after I'm done, and I'll just show you guys a few things. You struggle hitting break even. I'm not understanding what you mean by that. Never aim for break even for sure. If you missed anything in this live, it's going to be on my page later on, so don't even worry about that. If you're missing anything in the live, it's going to be on the page later on. I see you send TPs in your war room, like TP1, 2. What do you mean? What do you do when these TPs hit? So when I send the multiple TPs, that was because I have a bunch of different traders in the group. I'm trading my strategy. I'm always aiming for the last TP. That's my goal. My main position is always ready for that goal. But like, I love to be transparent with you guys. So I always end up opening, if I have 4 take profits, I open 4 positions, 3 smaller positions, and then 1 major position. This position is my standard position that I open all the time. That is aiming for take profit 4, in line with my strategy. Take profit 1, 2, and 3 would be the smaller positions. But when they hit, I send them to the group to let everyone know they hit, right? It's about transparency. It's about everyone seeing what we are doing. So when they hit, that doesn't bother me. That's not my target for the day, because my target is always the final TP. Okay. How do you determine where to put SL? It's always based upon the trade. How I determine where to put my SL is always going to be determined on the trade. Every single trade is going to be different. Can't wait to rewatch this and learn something new all over again. Shout out to you. Why did you start Forex and not ecom? I'm curious. It probably was just a timing thing, right? Maybe it was just a timing thing. But I'm glad that I did, because now I'm well experienced and well versed in a bunch of things. And I would choose trading every single day. Every single day. When you put in a trade, do you put in multiple ones in the same pair at the same time? Usually if I have multiple take profits, but I always target my final take profit, always, always. How do we get a VIP call after this? You guys want to call after this, you can definitely go and book one. I have you guys right over here for free. You guys can get a call. If you guys want to book one, look at the pinned comment. It's pinned right at the top. Go click on there if you guys want to get a call with me. You want to get a call with me or you get a call with my team. Go and click it right there so you guys can get a call. I told you I got y'all. I got y'all. All right, so let me show you guys something that's going to make, oh my God, am I dyslexic? What the hell? I'm reading the wrong screen. Let me show you something that's going to make all of this make sense. So gambling, you see a setup that looks good. Like, let's talk about the difference between trading and gambling, because a lot of people don't know the difference, right? They say trading is gambling. Trading only becomes gambling if a few of these things match up. So you see a setup that looks good. You enter because you have a feeling. You hold and pray it works. If it wins, you think you're a genius. If it loses, you blame the strategy and look for a new one. Hence, you start all over again. Trading with the real system looks like this. You know exactly what you're looking for before the market even opens. You know exactly what you look. Oh my God! You enter only when 3 specific conditions line up, not 2, not close enough, but 3 exactly. You stick to the rules. You stick to your guns. You set your stop and target before you enter, based on structure, not emotion. You let it play out and review it later. And then last but not least, you win or lose, you know why it happened. When you can clearly define the problem, it makes, give me a second. Look at me, guys. Listen, I want to say thank you. I was out here talking and the screen wasn't even shared. I apologize, guys. That's my bad. Can you guys see my screen now? Let me know if you guys can see my screen now. All right, you guys see my screen now? All right. Okay, perfect, guys, perfect. Ultimately, this is what I was covering, you know, the real trading with the real system. It was, of course, the secret number 3, right? Trade management protocol. It's the same thing we were just covering. This is what it is all about. So the difference between gambling and the difference between trading with a real system is, like I said, you see a setup that looks good, you enter because you have a feeling, you hold and pray it works. If it wins, you think you're a genius, but if it loses, you blame the strategy and you look for a new one. That's what trading without a system looks like. It's just gambling. But when you trade with the system, you alleviate all these problems. So let's move on. The problem isn't that you don't know strategies. Your problem is you've never had a complete system that closes all the gaps until now. That was supposed to be more dramatic. That was supposed to be more dramatic. Just wait. Give me my cue again. Give me my cue again. Let's go again. That was supposed to be a little bit more dramatic, right? So I need a drum roll, please. So let's go again. Your problem is you've never had a complete system that closes all the gaps until now. I need like one of these boards. Can we buy one of these boards where I can push like the streamers do so I can get a sound, please? I apologize, guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for the drum roll. I appreciate the drum roll. Thank you so much. Thank you. I should have had it. But anyways, let's go for it. I'm out. First of all, I'm talking so much. I've finished like 2 bottles of water and a can of Sprite. All right, I see your comments. All right, cool. All right, guys. Now I want to go in, no bullshitting. I want you guys focused on this one. I'm going to pick up the pace just a little bit, but it's going to be really good. You can always come back and watch it. but I want everybody focused in on this one, locked in, pay attention. Let's get it. So introducing the Cetra system. I turned those 5 invisible gaps into a repeatable system that works whether you feel confident or not. 900 plus students, no experience required, became profitable in 90 days, right? We're making people money back and forth. That's what it is all about. Cetra. Now, you guys know Cetra. You guys know exactly. That's me right here, right? That's me. Cetra right here. So I thought, why not name the system after me? Because I developed it, I focused on it, and that's what I plan on doing. So let's continue going. So sniper, the S in Cetra stands for sniper, pre-market planning. E is for entry, the confirmation checklist. T is for trigger, post-entry protocol. R is risk, psychology, protection. And A is the aftermath, the review system. I see a few questions. We will get to some questions later on, guys. I want to get through this with you. So now you understand the complete Cetra system, right? This is what it is. We'll break down these key by key. Let's go. So let me ask you if you knew exactly what to look for before the market opens. Did you have a checklist? This is a question to you guys, right? I have a question to you guys. Did you know exactly what you were looking for before the market even opened? Do you have a checklist so you enter with zero hesitation? Could you trade without babysitting the charts? So do you enter your positions and are confident enough that you can close the charts and not pay attention, right? Are you that person who can step away from your computer screen and let your trade run? These are questions I'm asking you guys, right? Have you protected your psychology during drawdown? When you're in the drawdown, is it just drawdown because you're expecting it? Or is drawdown making you panic, close the trade early, cut down positions, maybe enter more positions because you're afraid of losing? And have you learned from every trade so that you improve 10 times faster? With every loss, there's a lesson, and with every win, there's an even bigger lesson. Let's get into it. So, could you become consistently profitable? Could you be making 5 to 10K a month from trading gold? Think about it just for 1 second. You have 2 choices. Path 1, right? There's 2 choices that we can go about this. Why do I make systems like this? Why am I here today? It's because I've done this for 8 years now. I've streamlined the process. I'm making money, and I'm still going to be making money going forward, right? There's 2 ways you can get about it. You can get to this point on your own, and not many mentors are going to tell you this. You can get to the point that I am on your own. But on your own means you're going to make a fuck ton of mistakes, take a lot of time. My job as a mentor is to speed line that process, eliminate bullshit, eliminate the mistakes. If it was going to take you 5 years, my job is to get you done in 2 years. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Give a giveaway to VIP today after live for 1 or 2 people. Don't worry, I got you guys. Let's just wait. Let's just finish it up. So that's what it's about, right? So essentially, you can get to this point on your own. It's going to take you time. Trial and error for 6 to 12 months, blow 5 to 10K in mistakes, maybe quit before you even get successful, because this road gets hard. This journey is crazy. High risk, slow progress. These are the things that happen when you try to figure it out alone, because this did happen to me as well. The difference is, like I said, sometimes I just kept pushing through. I had nothing else going for me, and I had to make this work. It was either this or nothing. It was this or nothing. That's why I made this work as quickly as I did. Now, you have another choice. Path 2, follow Cetra. Follow the Cetra system, step-by-step system. Avoid all mistakes, guided by someone who's done it before, and fast track your results. That is me. Sorry, I see someone in the chat. Can you guys not see me anymore? So I think my camera bugged out for a second. Team, drop a 70 in the chat if you guys can see me and my screen. I think my camera just bugged out for a second. Drop a 70 if you guys can see me and my screen. We can get it. All right, dope. All right, let's run it. Number 2, you can follow me. Follow the system, follow the strategy, step-by-step system, avoid all mistakes, guided by someone who's done it, who's still doing it, and fast track the results. Like I told you, it's about fast tracking all your results. That's what I got to do. I got to make sure everybody gets there as soon as possible. You can get here on your own. I will tell you that. But it's a lot of bullshit in front. And my job is to sift that out and get you that clear path. So are you excited? I know you're excited. I know you're excited. I know y'all are excited. I know y'all excited. It says drop a yes in the chat, but drop a fire emoji. As a matter of fact, let's practice. Drop some W's in the chat, right? Because I'm probably gonna start streaming, right? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And before we even proceed, shout out to everybody that is here. You guys are still here. You guys are active and you showed up. I'm hella proud of everybody who's here because you're taking the time, you're learning. Let's get it. Let's get it. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's fucking crush it. Let's go. I'm amped, man. I'm feeding off your guys' energy. I fuck with this. Let's go. So that's why I created a complete package, obviously. So let's go through a couple of things. 8 comprehensive modules, right? 8 comprehensive modules. These are stuff that you're going to go through self-learning. Of course, the magic is always going to be with these calls together, one-on-one, ask your questions back and forth. I'm always here for you guys every step of the way. I'm going to put them on the screen. We don't have to break down all of them, but you get 8 great modules, personal coaching calls, because the magic happens when I'm able to help you with it, right? That's what we do. The magic happens when I'm able to guide. You can ask me the questions you need. I can directly identify the problems that you're having and help you turn those things into strengths or actually just cut them out. Number 2, right? Private 24/7 number access for those on Elite. So of course, hey man, just don't be calling my phone late at night. You know what I mean? You can call my phone, but don't be calling me late at night. I'm joking. Anytime, I got you guys. Personalized trade review and feedback, because you need that, right? You need that. Number 1, it's not just about, oh, you won your trade. You did amazing work. Why did you win your trade? Or why did you lose your trade? I got you every step of the way, right? Custom guidance for your situation. And last but not least, this is the plus bonus: fully customized trading plan, warm community, prop firm discount codes, advanced strategy call library, lifetime training updates, right? These are just the value of everything. What you're getting, a private community of serious traders, support system beyond just me. So we got to talk about it. I want us to talk about it. I want us to get in on it because I know a lot of you, and I never bullshit you guys. This is where we got to talk about the tax of brass. We got to get into it, team. We got to get into it. Me and my team have put a lot. We've put a lot into this. I've put a lot into it. I've got a whole team behind it. I actually got even some new members as well. We've put together a really good product. We're starting up next year. It's going to be absolutely insane. And I want everyone who's serious to be a part of it. And yes, there's no bullshitting. It does cost. It does cost money. It does cost money because, of course, you're taking my expertise, my time, and all the things I've learned, and I'm going to help you become profitable and successful. So I don't want to even bullshit you and be like, hey, buy my course. The choice is always going to be up to you at the end of the day. The choice is always going to be up to you. I can't do this for free, guys. I've worked so damn hard. It's my time. I got a family. I got to do all these things. Some people are not serious. So I do it, and I got to be real with you. I say it like it is because I'm always transparent with you guys. We say it like it is, so let's get into it. But I'm going to let you know you got a full support, a full community, and you're going to get everything you need to be profitable. So if you guys are here for it, drop me another fire emoji in the chat. Let's get it. Let's get it. We got to get it, bro. We got to get it. Serious traders, let's fucking get it. 2026, let's crush it. I'm going to schedule another call on this exact date. Yes, the signals group is also going to be in it as well. You're getting everything. It's not just about the signals. You guys are going to be getting the reason for the signals. Remember, I told you, you can see me buy a watch. You can see me buy cars. That does nothing for you. What does it for you is me showing you how I got it. So let's continue. I have 3 program tiers, right? Because I need to make it affordable for everybody. Not everyone's at the same level, but we have 3 program tiers. We got the accelerator program. That's all core training and resources, 3 one-on-one calls with me, weekly group coaching calls. We're going to have a lot of group coaching calls. I got you. Weekly live trading sessions, inner circle community access, best for self-motivated traders. So if you can do this on your own and you're comfortable and you just need that extra grit, this is the program for you, right? We have the elite program, right? Which is going to have everything that's accelerated, obviously. 6 monthly one-on-one calls with me, 6 months of coaching calls, Telegram private one-on-one support, and of course, I'm going to be reviewing your trades as well to make sure you kind of get it. Best for serious traders wanting regular check-ins, right? So you want someone who's going to hold you accountable 24/7, someone's going to be on your ass. I can be fucking annoying. I'm going to let you know I'm going to be on your ass. This is what we got to do, and this is why we got to do it 24/7, right? So this is for traders who want that regular check-in and still want that time. And then there is the inner circle. Now, this is where I offer the most of my time, right? This is for traders wanting to take it to the next level with extra focus and extra attention. So you just want me the whole time to yourself. You're probably going to start fighting with my wife because you got me for that much time. We don't know. We'll see. Anyways, you're going to get 10 weekly calls, one-on-one with me, weekly group coaching calls, and live trading sessions for 6 months, direct phone or text access to me. So you don't have to worry about long queues or texting on this Telegram or texting on that platform. You got direct access to me, special private training, quarterly mastermind events to level up your skills. This is where I will hold you even more accountable and take you to that next level. Personal job, personal decision, and I got you guys every single time. So what makes this different? You get access to me, direct access. You don't have to go through a layer of different people, or people are going to teach you this, teach you that. It's directly me. Ask me the questions as the markets are moving, and I got you on that one. This is the difference, obviously, because it's direct to me. Now, I know some of you are thinking this sounds great, but what if it doesn't work for me, right? That's the question. That's the question you should be having. What if this program doesn't work for me? I'm going to invest probably X amount. I'm going to invest this much money, and I've probably done it with before. What happens if it doesn't work for me? So you're going to follow the Cetra system, complete your coaching calls, attend the group sessions, put in the effort. And if you don't develop a complete trading plan, have at least one profitable week, leave better with a complete structure. And I aim to impress. If you don't leave this with these things, then I got you. Then I got to give you your money back. That's it is what it is. If you don't leave with any one of these things, then I'm going to give you right back, right? Because that means I failed as a mentor. And you guys know I'm not failing. That is 100% guarantee that I got you on that. It is 100% guarantee. But you probably want to know, okay, cool. So these are all the things, but why does this work? Number one, it's simple. Simplicity is key. It's extremely simple. I'm not going to make you use a million indicators, different systems back and forth. We're using the same strategy day in and day out and making money on it day in and day out. If we lose, we lose, but we get back. Same strategy. Maybe we miss something, we get back in. Simplicity is key. We're not overworking you. We keep you focused, driven, narrowing the vision. Transparency. Always got to be transparent. Win or lose, I'm here for you. Direct access, like we're talking right now, just one-on-one. Next time, without everybody. You know what I mean? Sorry, everyone. I'll catch you guys on the lives. Maybe I'll bring back Sunday trading service. And number 4, customization. Customization in the sense that every trader is different. Not all of you on the exact same path. Not all of you have the exact same problem. And not all of you need the exact same things to be profitable. That's why we speak. That's why we go through these things. And that's why I build it up for you to help get you to that next stage. Now, I want to make sure you understand who this is for. Beginners wanting to start right. So if you're a beginner and you want to start right, this is for you. Those escaping their 9-to-5 and want to replace it and replace their 9-to-5 with actual income from trading, this is for you. Anyone serious about making trading their vehicle to freedom, this is for you. Part-time traders building toward being full-time traders looking to refine and scale, experienced profitable traders scaling 50 to 100K. This is for everyone. We have a plethora because it's a customization, right? You come in at different points, you need different things. That's what I'm here for. but it's not for you if you want to make money on the side. So if you're coming here and you're like, oh, but dude, I love what I do, I just want to make a little money on the side, you're not going to give me the dedication that I need from you to actually be profitable. And the markets need to be treated with the same amount of respect a doctor studying to be a doctor would treat their studies, right? You need to come with the same respect. You need to respect this market, right? It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. You have to respect it every single day. If you're looking to get rich overnight, I'm not promising you hopes and dreams. This takes time. It takes work. You will make the money. You will grow. You will get rich. But if you're looking for that overnight, it's not for you. And if you expect me to trade for you, not happening. Just straightforward. I'm not trading for anyone because that will do nothing for you. You don't benefit from it. And if you still believe trading is a scam, or you still need someone to convince you that it's not a scam, this is not for you, because you are here and you need to dedicate your time, because this works. It obviously works. Everyone is trading. Your bank is trading, right? There's millions and millions of people trading. So if you still are here trying to look like, oh, is trading a scam? Is it not a scam? Then this is not for you. You're not willing to put in consistent effort. I need people who are dedicated, who are going to be consistent, work as hard as me so that we can get the best results. Excuse me. So here's the real question. What's it worth to you to finally achieve consistent 10,000 plus monthly income? What's it worth to quit your job and trade full-time with complete freedom? What's it worth to never second guess your entries again? What's it worth to have a mentor who actually answers your questions and cares about your success, right? What's it worth to join 900 plus traders who've walked this path successfully? What is it worth? And I really want you to think about it. 50K? 100K? How much does the mentorship cost? That's the question y'all want to know. Listen, let's see. Let me know. How much y'all think this costs? How much is this worth for you guys to actually learn? And another thing, someone said, I thought he said free masterclass. I'm going to get into the charts after this, and I'm going to show you guys as well, because I love to be transparent and straightforward with you guys. We're going to get into the charts. We're going to do some chart work. I got you guys all day, every day. And we got some questions as well. So don't even worry. After this, I got questions, and we're going to do some chart work as well. So how much would you invest to guarantee you achieve that outcome? This is an investment. So the accelerator program, we have 10 spots left, right? Because the reason I also like to keep everything limited and not so big is that I need to focus. If I accept 100 people, I can't get on 100 one-to-one calls. It's just not realistic, and it's not going to benefit everyone. Cetra Elite, we have 10 spots available. The Inner Circle, we have 5 spots because that demands the most amount of time. And like I said, when I say limited availability, it's not to make you panic. It's just the truth. I need to focus on a couple of people, get them to where they need to get to, and move on to the next level. All right, so we did cover this. So 2 paths. There's 2 paths. You can do nothing, stay where you are, keep struggling with the same issues, watch another year go by without progress, and continue second guessing every single trade. Now, this happens because some traders don't get consistent, right? This happens because some traders don't get consistent. Sorry, Tony, I see you messaging there. I apologize. I'm gonna get to it, but I want you guys to really understand and I want to be very serious and in depth about it, right? This happens because, of course, if you do nothing, you can see yourself repeating the same mistakes every single time, or not getting consistent, taking some time off, taking some breaks off. We don't want that. We want you to move on to the next level. That's what it's about. The next path is you can take action, join the Cetra system, get direct access to a proven guidance, close the 5 gaps, and achieve monthly income you want, because I got you every single step of the way. You have the choice though. You take action or you can do nothing. It's really up to you guys. After this, as I promised, I'm going to go into the chart and do some chart work with you. But I want you guys to know right now, only those who take action take the next step. I took action every single day. Everybody whose story I told you about took action every single day. You take action, you invest in yourself. And when you're part of this program, You're not part of this program trying to go and learn 50 million different things. You're learning this program, you're learning the strategies that work, you see the results every single day, and I'm here to guide you every single step of the way. It's take action or don't, and that's the truth, right? This is the part a lot of people don't want to hear. I don't want to, glaze over and be like, oh, take action or don't. No. If you don't, you stay where you are. You take action, you move on to the next level. And that just is what it is. So if you're ready to take action and you guys want to get your seat and you're ready for this to move, the link is in the chat description. I've pinned the link for you guys. It's right over there. Click on it. It's pinned right now in the chat. If you guys are ready for the next stage, all you have to do is just click the link and go book your call. Right? I hope you guys have it right there. It's pinned in the chat. Do you guys see the link? Clark, if you can send the link again so everyone can see it as well. It's pinned in the chat. Click the link if you guys are ready to book your first call and get it done. Michael, you took action. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Michael, you've taken action already. Let's get it. Rachel, let's get it. Everybody, let's get it. I like that. I like to see it. I like to see it. Let's get it, guys. And let's crush 2026 so fucking crazy. I'm hyped off your energy. I'm hyped because I've had an incredible trading year. It's been absolutely insane. He answered me, lol, is he the GOAT himself? Marrying half a year now. Appreciate you, Victor. Appreciate you, brother. Okay. So on the call, let me let you guys know what your strategy call is going to be about. We're going to discuss a few things. We'll assess your current trading situation. Like I said, customization. I need to know where you're at. I need to know what you want. I need to know what you want to achieve. We got to discuss these things. Clarify your goals and the timeline in which you're hoping to achieve these goals so that something can be realistically made for you, right? Recommend the best option for you, answer all your questions, and get you enrolled if you are the right fit. Because that is a thing as well. You could also be a wrong fit. Maybe the program won't be for you. But these are things we're going to discuss, hash out, and get you to the next level. Why is my screen black? Okay. The call is free though, guys. So please don't worry. The call is free. No obligation, no pressure. So don't think you can get on the call and start paying money. The call is to just go and assess these things to make sure they work in line with you first. And then we move from there first. So the call is free. Don't worry. You don't have to pay anything for the call. Option A, yes, Cetra is perfect for you. Here's how you join. Option B, you'd be better off doing X first, then coming back. Or option C, based on what you told us, we don't think this is the best fit for you, and here why. As much as there are limited spots and you take action, still have to make sure that this is the right program for you, because I don't want to bullshit you into something that might not work for you. Maybe this is not the right program for you, or maybe it's the perfect fit and you get in. So I have to be like transparent with you guys on that as well. That's what it is about. All right, so ready to finally achieve trade consistency? Book your free strategy call right now. We've discussed that already. The link is in the chat. And for my VIP ticket members, don't worry, guys. We're going to have a separate chat. I'm going to do some nice chart work with you guys. I got something special for my VIP chat members. Don't even worry. It's going to be super crazy. Don't even worry, guys. I got something for you guys. Amazing. So don't worry. I got you guys. So don't even stress. I see some of you are stressing. I got you guys. All right, so please, guys, drop your questions in the chat. Drop your guys' questions in the chat. Let me know. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Ask me some questions. I have you. And we can close off with the presentation and we can get into some chart work. And if you guys have any questions about the program as well, let me know. Doc, you just asked, how do I get out of this boom and bust situation? The Cetra system is right here, bro. It's right here. What's the Cetra system based on? SMC, ICT, pure price action. It's pure price action when I'm using smart money concepts every now and again. SMC, ICT, I don't use. I use some things from smart money concepts every now and again. I'm a pure price action trader, bro. I look at the charts, I look at the candlesticks, I look at the structure. What it's telling me is what I do. All right. Please, I'm down for any more questions, guys. I got you guys some questions. The link also is in the description down below as well. It's in the description of the live, so don't even worry. The description as well. The link to book a call is also there as well. It's pinned in the chat. I can send it to you guys as well. Do you use AI alongside? No, I don't use AI at this moment. Thing about AI and chatbots that I've definitely come to see is that they're not consistent, man. Not chat trading bots. They'll be good for like a month and then they just break, and then it's horrible after that. And then, yeah, you've made some money for that month, but then you're now back to square one. You have to look for a new bot, or you have to now learn how to trade from day one. So I don't use AI bots at all. Maybe in the future I'll build one, but now, no, man, I don't use any AI bots. Done. Awesome. I'm glad you guys are booking your calls. Can I make $1 million in a year? Yeah, hell yeah, you can make $1 million a year. I made $1 million this month, bro. You can make $1 million in a year. When I say these things, I say these things because it's you see it online all the time. You see it online all the time with a bunch of different people. They'll say they did this, or they say they did that. I made it in front of you guys, and I made $1 million this month. So in a year, you definitely can make it. When do you set break even? I'll show you guys after I break this down. So your analysis are not based on fundamentals. My analysis are based on a couple of things. Number one, they're based on my analysis. I have my technical analysis, obviously the chart work that I'm going to do. And depending on the pair that I'm trading, I need to also know the fundamentals behind it, right? That's very important. Because with my strategy, you can get profitable using the technicals. But if you don't understand the back end, you are going to get burnt as well. If you don't understand why this market is moving the way it is, you're going to get burnt as well. If you don't understand that there's more supply and demand, not just because it's entered the region, but because in the actuality of life, right, there's an actual situation. If you're trading gold, there's more supply than there is demand. You need to understand these things. You need to understand if there's problems in the world, people rushing to hold their money in gold. You need to understand all these things. So you need technicals and fundamentals. Which personal account should I have reached $1 million this year? All right, team. Now I need to show you guys the final piece of the puzzle. All right, so everybody who's here, everybody who's still here, drop a fire emoji. I hope I explained a lot of things for you guys. I hope you learned a lot. We are going to do a bit of chart work right now, but I hope you guys learned a lot. Everyone who's still here, you guys have stuck around for 2 hours. You've done amazing. I love that everybody's here. You guys stuck around for 2 hours. Shout out to everybody. Let me answer some of your questions and let's do some chart work. So, bro, just help me not trade when I say it will be choppy. I'm right every time. How can I not trade when I'm trying to shake back? So if you're someone who's stuck in just trading choppy markets every single time, you can definitely get out of it, right? You can definitely get out of it if you have a proper system and discipline with the system, right? You need to have discipline with the system, because if you don't, and if you're constantly back and forth just trying to get into the markets, and you're trying to trade the markets during holidays and you're just eager, you need to start telling yourself, if I don't stick to the plan, I will lose. If you can get that into your head that if I don't stick to the plan, I will lose, you will start to respect your plan a lot more. You will start to respect it a lot more. All right. And yep, the monthly week breaks. What do you do on the chart? Okay, so I see a lot of you guys asking about chart work. Let's do it. How do you approach trading NFP? I've seen you kill it a lot. How do you predict the news? I stopped trading NFP a while ago, but I have a strategy that I do trade on NFP trading day. But that is for another time. Once I join your mentorship, will it be safe to use the broker I want, or StarTrader still safe to use? StarTrader is 100% safe to use. I use StarTrader actively, right? I hold right now a little over $3 million in my equity right now, Woodstar Trader. Payouts are fine, seamless execution. They're also heavily regulated. They're regulated also here in the UAE. So they don't play about that over here as well. So that's where I have my comfort from. And I've been trading with them for a little over a year now. So they're really good. I really do like them. Awesome. Jasmine keeps sending fire emoji. All right. Okay. So let's get to it. Okay, so exclusive VIP reward, right? So everybody who paid to get their VIP ticket, this is the moment you guys have been waiting for. You guys are going to get a nice WhatsApp call, right? You showed you wanted to level up. I want to reward that. So right now, I'm going to pick 2 ticket holders for an exclusive reward, right? So my ticket holders, where are you guys at? Drop a fire emoji, my ticket holders, if you guys are here. You guys who joined up, drop a fire emoji because I got something for you. I want to reward you guys. You guys wanted to level up. You wanted that extra oomph. I got you guys as well. Where you at? Drop a fire emoji if you guys got that VIP ticket. I got you. Awesome. There we go. All right. So I'm going to pick 2 ticket holders right now because I'm going to be giving you guys something absolutely amazing. Number 1, first one, you're going to win a complimentary one-on-one call with me, right? So that's about $500 to get a one-on-one call with me. Don't worry about that. You're going to win it. You're going to get a one-on-one call with me to the one winner that we're going to pick first. And I'll tell you what the second one's going to get. So the second person, you're going to get a personal WhatsApp call from me right now during the session to discuss your trading journey. Though I did think about it, but I was like, you can't send your number here. They're all going to call you. They're all going to call you. They're going to call you guys right now. So instead, I decided to get both of you guys one-on-one calls with me. So my team is going to pick you guys. They're going to reach out to you. They're going to pick you guys from the chat log, and I'm going to get on a one-on-one call with you guys. We're going to schedule it up, chat up, and I'm going to help you guys grow. But I do want to say I appreciate everybody who took time to be here. And yeah, man, it's been a while. It's been 2 hours, and we still have a lot of you on here. Let's get into the chart work. So my team's going to reach out. We got you guys. If you got your VIP ticket, send your fire emoji. We're going to take care of you. All right. And I'm just loading up my chart. All right. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Let's get it. There we go. There we go. Let's get into some work, guys. Let's break down 1 or 2 trades. Let's break down 1 or 2 trades, and I want to show you guys what I was talking about when it came to gold. Gold is a technical baby, respects the levels every single time. These are just some of the trades that I've taken along December. I stuck to it. So I want to find us a nice trade for us to break down. I think I want us to break down overall why I took as many trades here as I did, and ultimately why some were profitable. So let's break down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Brief. Don't worry, I'm not going to hold you guys too long. You guys have been here a while, so let's get to it. So I want to start off by showing you what I do first. Number 1, it's always going to be about the overall analysis. So let's take it back. It's going to be about the overall analysis, right? That's where you're always going to start when it comes to your market, your charts. I like to look at my 4-hour time frame first to determine the overall trend. Now, I don't want to keep taking you back with determining the overall trend. Is if you know gold has been bullish, gold has been bullish for the last year, right? That's been gold for the last year. We've been super bullish for the last year. However, I always like to look for the most immediate trend as well, just to kind of see what's happening. But if overall I know gold is going to be bullish, I'm not going to change my bias until I get confirmations that this could be an overall selling market. So that's why if you look at almost all my trades, I was just buying, buying, buying. I sold maybe once or twice, right? Sold maybe once or twice, but 95% of my trades were biased because gold was bullish and I was going to stick with the overall trend. So of course I find that on the 4-hour time frame, and I had other confirmations based basically all the tariffs that Trump was imposing this year. All the tariffs he was imposing this year. What does that do? That gets investors scared of stocks, scared of the US dollar, because tariffs mean uncertainty, they mean fear, they mean problems, they mean potential value drops of the dollar. There's so many unanswered questions, so a lot of fear. So what do? They go to gold. They go to gold because gold is the safe haven asset. It holds its value. You guys know the gold standard. So what happens when you get a bunch of investors with tens of millions, even billions of dollars coming to this one asset to hold and put their money in to hold it while their stocks are going crazy? They come to this asset flies and it booms. And this doesn't happen just for a day or a week. As long as these tariffs were a thing, as long as there was uncertainty, gold was always going to keep flying. Hence why I stuck with the overall bias. All right, so let's continue going. All right, so let's continue going. So number one, I want to just minimize the screen a bit. All right, there we go. Because I want to be able to see you guys chat as well. So when it comes down from that overall analysis, that was a brief breakdown of the fundamental side of things. So when you come from the fundamental side of things, so when I've identified the trend, I know what it is. I'm not checking it every single day because I know what it is and I know what the trend is always. What I then go down to doing is I come down to the 1-hour time frame and I look for potential structure. That's always going to be the case. I come down to the 1-hour time frame and I look for the structure. Very plain and simple. I'm not worried about where the institutional traders, I'm not worried about nothing like that. Let's find the structure. We know where gold's going to head up, or at least predicting. I'm predicting it's going to end up at $5,000 in Q1. So I know the end destination. I just have to find the trades between here and that destination. So how do I find that, right? I find it with a couple of things. Number one, as you guys can see, price is falling, right? So price fell in. And as it was falling, let me show you why I took this trade, why I made the mistake of taking this trade. So this trade starts with loss, and I can explain why I took it. So as price was falling, so I used the 50-minute for my entry. So I'm going to find the overall trend. I'm going to find some really good structure on the 4-hour, the 1-hour, and then I'm going to use the 50-minute time frame to enter in accordance with, of course, the overall structure that I found in the higher time frames. I'm not going to drop to the 1-minute, 5-minute. I'm going to use the 50-minute for the entry, as long as it's in line with the 1-hour time frame. And now the secret that I like to use sometimes is if I'm not too sure on the 50-minute time frame, if I'm not too sure about a trend in the 50-minute, then I'll wait for a close in the same direction on a higher time frame for that extra bit of confirmation so that I can enter my trade. So as price was falling, obviously I'm like, okay, we're going to come by and buy up. We had a strong fall in, and then price came up and we came down to test this previous support. And as you can see, we had a sharp reaction from price. And if you even pull out our little support level there, you can see price had a sharp reaction where we wicked out as well. So clearly a lot of wicking out happens here, a nice quick liquidity sweep there, and it came down. So my understanding was like, okay, we're in this level. Now what's going to happen? Now that we're over here, are we going to buy out of it? This is what we're going to do. So what I needed to do was I waited for a bit more, some candlesticks in my favor, just for that extra kick of confirmation, because I didn't want another sweep like this. I didn't want to be caught in it, just to make sure that it was all safe. Then what happens? Price buys up, it comes down, I enter my trade, and then it comes down and hits SL. And it's not even that I kept SL too close. Even if I extended my SL super low, it was always going to hit me. Where did I make the mistake? I underestimated the selling pressure, and I underestimated this quick area of just previous resistance. You see price dipped in and bought out of it. So price definitely reacted to continue that bit of selling pressure, hence why I lost the trade. Now, as price bought in with this particular trade, we bought out of it. We bought out of it, coming back to that previous support. Now, we came back up to this previous support. As you can see, we came into the previous support, and as we had that strong close of the candlestick, I entered on that next one. I entered bullish, targeting those highs. Though I did close this trade, of course, hit TP 1, 2, and 3. Wasn't too worried. I moved SL to break even. Why did I move SL to break even? As price was going up, I moved it there to break even because now this is how I manage my trades as I go about. Someone asked me this question earlier. How do you manage your trades going about? How do you know when to move to break even? This is how. I have to look at price history. So I look at the price history on the left of me, right? So I find price history and I have to look at the reaction that price has at certain levels. So the levels it has, it came down. As you can see, if we even extend this out just a little bit, you see the reaction that happens around the 4,225 mark. You see price reacts, comes in, reacts, comes in, reacts, comes out and reacts, right? So as we were buying up, this was my level to say, if we break above this, I'm comfortable to move SL to break even. If we didn't break above and close above, I wouldn't have moved SL to break even and end up losing the trade. But the reason I moved SL to break even is that price came in and then it closed above. So I was like, okay, finally, we've broken this resistance. This resistance that we've been testing for a bit of time. So finally, we've broken above. We can continue the momentum. SL at break even. Let me leave the trade. Came back. It hit break even. I only secured, TP 1 and 2 on this trade. So it was light profit day, nothing too crazy. And then with this particular trade as well, as you can see, start to ascend a little bit, price comes down, creates a nice trend line. So how I like to do my charts and my analysis is I'm always bending and twisting the charts, right? I'm bending and twisting the charts to kind of find what's happening, right? Bending, twist the charts, find what's happening, see how things are moving, and then take my trades, right? That's what I always do. Bend the charts, see how they're moving, see if I can find some structure, see if I can find some patterns, and then take the trades. So as price came in and we create and bought out and closed, I saw that beautiful trend line and I assumed, okay, now we're getting higher lows as well. This low was also higher than this one here as well. So I know that we're about to continue the movement. So what I then did was I entered price on that next bullish candlestick close. I kept that SL below the trend line and went up for take profit. This time I wasn't too ambitious. I wasn't too ambitious because I was like, we didn't hit this high here. There's no chance I'd see us hitting it just yet, right? Because it was on the trend line, so it could come back and test the trend line to then finally sweep back up to give it that little push it needs to hit the top. So I took about 260 pips from it. Pretty light day. Now coming over to this next trade, price. So remember, I'm back to the higher time frame to look for overall trend. I know the trend. So just so it's clear to everyone, we're now discussing my entries because we already know the trend. We know we want price to wind up. Now I just need to find the entries within the overall structure that I see. So with the overall structure that I'm seeing, what happens is price comes down, touches. This is the descending wedge that I had. Let me also show you the descending wedge as well to kind of give you a takeaway on it. So I'm gonna maximize so you guys get a better view of it. Let's go to a higher time frame so you guys can see it a lot more clear. So as you guys can see, we have the descending channel. We have a high, with price coming to test the descending channel again, and another one, and it reversing, right? So we have it coming down, creating lower lows. Now, anybody who knows this is a descending channel. Descending channels break bullish. We're in a predominantly bullish market. So of course, when we come to touch the bottom of the channel, that's another indication for an entry. Hence why when it came down to hit the bottom and came back up, I entered on the lower time frame to kind of get my profit from that. So pretty solid entry. So I was also trading the descending channel. I was also trading the fact that price was still bullish and that we were going to break bullish overall. And ultimately, we have a few more trades. We came up. When I entered my trade, we came back up, created a bit of structure. Price went up. It fell. It came down. So it hit some resistance, fell into support, broke above, fell into the resistance, which is now support. And as it started to trade upward, I entered on the next trade, just following the same structure, just targeting the highs of that descending channel, made money off of it. So I'm just trading with this structure, essentially. All I'm doing is waiting for price to enter these key levels in the overall direction. I remember you found this overall direction in the higher time frame. You found it on the 4-hour, you know where price is overall heading. Now you're just trading in between these gaps. So you got a descending channel on the 4-hour time frame. You're just on the 50-minute, finding the structure within the structure and then just trading that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So this trade as well, same thing took place. I didn't secure at the height, I believe. I hit TP1, 2, and 3, and then price came down and it took me out. I think I broke even ultimately for this trade. The reason for that is I didn't pay attention to the resistance that was over here as well. And when I did, I realized that we could have a potential pullback, and that did end up playing out as well. And then last but not least, just three more trades. Price came back to touch down on the descending channel as well, right? So still with the same principles, descending channel, it falls in, it shoots up, and I enter on that movement to the top end. Thank you so much. It falls in and it enters up. It falls down to touch the bottom of the descending channel, and it buys out of it. Then I take my trades because I don't take it on the dip. Remember I said, if you always take on the dip, you could be used for liquidity. You can enter right here and then just be swept out, and then it continues with the trend and closes within the range. You never want that. I wait for those confirmations. The confirmations are I need price to move in my direction. I need to close off the candlestick, and then I enter the trade. Enter the trade. I targeted this previous area where we had a bit of range, a bit of indecision in the market before we pushed out of it. Targeted it, made some money, about 300 pips on it as well. As price buys up, it tests again this area that was previous resistance. As you can see, it comes and it hits up, it falls back. Now, what does it do? It falls into support. Falls into support, and we can clearly see that price is climbing. And as it's climbing, we go up. I take my trade, targeting the previous highs. Nothing too crazy. I waited in this trade for a while, and just so you guys can clearly see, it waited, and then we pumped up, and this candlestick hit take profit before this one came down. So luckily I was out of the trade. It came down and ultimately still respected this area before shooting up. Made my money, and I was out for the trade. And yeah, man, any questions so far in that regard, guys? What time frame? So do we wait for the green candlestick to close first? Yes, I always wait for the closure of the candlestick. The reason I wait for the closure of the candlestick is you can have an ambitious candlestick. You can have a candlestick that's going to create a large wick, go and create a large wick and go up, and you just think this is an amazing candlestick. But before that, it just shoots down against you and takes you out and closes within your range. That's what you always want to avoid. Oh, let me kind of show you a prime example as well. Let's say you were a seller over here, to answer your question, right? In this area that bought. Let's say you were a seller over here. This candlestick, look how this candlestick broke this ascending channel, right? It broke the channel. Look how much it broke. This candlestick over here. Look how much it broke. It came all the way down here. Now imagine if you were a seller, you saw that break and you just entered on your trade with your SL over here. Your trade could have potentially looked like something like this. Because you were happy that, okay, it's broken, the structure, so hence I could be in profit. And it just never does. It comes back and closes back within the ascending channel and continues its run to the top end. So that's something you never want to be caught up in. So you never want to be caught up in that. You never want to be too greedy on a trade. You never want to be too greedy on a trade. And you always want to wait for that closure of that candlestick in your direction, in the overall favor of the trend. And let me tell you one thing, guys. The major principle of my strategy, trend is your friend. Trend is always going to be your friend, right? Don't try to be the unique trader. Don't try to be the trader that's going to just, oh, we're in the overall bullish market. I'm going to wait for it to get the tippy top, and then I'm going to take the sell. You'll always get cooked. We're not market movers. I have $3 million in my current trading account. I'm not a market mover. Market movers, it's hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. That's the market movers, right? So we just go with what they're doing, finding the structure with the overall trend. We take our money and we get out, always. That is always going to be the case. Now, someone says, I can't understand one thing. Why do people who make money in this business sell courses for money and not enjoy their lives and families? Well, honestly, I can tell you why I do it for sure. Why I do it is because at the end of the day, No one helped me. No one helped me. You guys see my story. You see where I started off. It was a long, hard journey, frustrating. And if I can help a couple of people, why not? But also, it was a long journey. And the skill I'm teaching you tomorrow can make you $100,000. The skill I'm teaching you can make you millions of dollars. The skill I'm teaching can give you freedom, right? So at the end of the day, nothing is free. Nothing is free because I would rather the time that I'm not spending with my wife and when I have beautiful children one day, I'd rather have it because someone has paid me for a service, they invested their hard-earned money, and I'm going to bring my energy to them. So those hours that I'm away with them and away from my family make sense, rather than doing it for free for someone who might not even show up or not even take this seriously because it's free, right? No one, you don't respect free. No one respects free, right? And at the end of the day, I also need to make sure that the people I'm dealing with, the people I'm helping trade, are just as serious as I am about reaching that next level. So to sum up your strategy, which strategies do you combine in order to get a clear analysis on the charts? Because I heard you say trend is your friend. Trend is always going to be your friend, no matter what you're doing. Trend is your friend. Follow what the major institutions are doing. Obviously, we know. I mean, if it's bullish, you just know that all investors are bullish. But if you see a 100 point move, take it for 40. Don't take it for the full move, right? So my whole strategy, this was a nice brief. If I was to go super in depth in it again, you guys have been here for 2.5 hours. It's going to be another 2.5 hours of us going through this because you need technicals as well. You need fundamentals as well. You need to understand your pair, understand the structure, practice repetition, understand candlestick patterns, be able to spot bearish flags, bullish flags, descending wedges. You need to be able to spot all these things as well. This is how I'm able to take these trades so constantly as well. Let's see. All right. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? Okay. All right, guys. I really do appreciate everybody who's been here, everybody who's taken the time. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. You guys sat here, you listened, you participated, you absorbed everything. I do appreciate everyone's time who's here. You guys awesome. You guys rock. And W's in the chat for yourselves. Please, W's in the chat for yourselves. Anybody who's ready to take action as well at this very moment, get on a free call. You know what to do. The link is in the description. The link is also pinned in the chat. Click it, book a call, get your call, and meet me next year. Meet me next year, and we can make some money and get you profitable. That's ultimately the goal, is to get you profitable, right? Imagine that. Imagine finally being profitable. Imagine when you're a year from now and you're looking back and you're finally profitable. That is what we want to do. That is the goal. That is always the dream. Make money, get freedom, spend time with your family, be happy. And hopefully one day you guys will start teaching other people as well when you're profitable. That is good. We make people more money. You give what you get. All right. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone who's been here. Make sure you guys click that link. And yeah, guys, as always, let's eat with SE. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube, because as soon as the charts open, I got y'all. I got y'all for real. I'm going to be dropping so much information, so much stuff for you guys. So don't even worry. We got a lot more value coming. 2026 is going to be your year. It's going to be my year. It's going to be fucking fantastic. I appreciate everyone who is here. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to go get some sleep. It is 2 a.m. my time. So yeah, let's get it, team.